Hello, hello, hello. This Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? It is the road trip. I am Gary, or DWTT, and welcome to the show. I should have some people joining me. I know we've been a little bit off and on the last couple of weeks, but I'm back, and we're trying to keep it going. But I know I have another trip coming, so we'll see how that plays out. But I am here, and first in the house, we've got Rosie joining us. Rosie, thanks for joining us. Yeah, I have a watch. You know, I was actually sitting here. I was waiting. I thought I might start the show with somebody else besides just myself, and uh, and then I looked at the time, and it was like usually it gives you the countdown, right? And there was no countdown, so things are a little bit slow here. I don't understand what's going on. I think I know why. I got lots of stuff happening on my computer right now, so slow little feed. Hopefully, it sounds all right. Tell me it sounds good. 60 seconds late is inexcusable. Is it really 60 seconds? Let me see what the time is. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. It's 10:03, and we're 2 minutes into the live. So sorry, but you're here. You made it here, and you know what? Nobody else missed the minute except for you. So thanks for joining the afternoon original Homer. Yeah, you know what? It's still morning over here, so I'm gonna say no. But you know what we're gonna do while we'll wait? Well, we'll see if anybody else joins us. I think I gave them the link today, but we'll see if they make it. But we did have some earlier matches. I guess the earlier matches were just in the championship. Hull loses at home to QPR 3-1. Stoke and Leicester finished 2-2. Swansea won up 1-0 over Bristol City, and West Brom loses at home 2-0. Oof. Games active right now in the championship. We'll just get into those. Middlesbrough, Oxford United, Millwall, Portsmouth, Norwich, and Birmingham, Southampton, Charlton, Watford, Derby, and Wrexham and Ipswich have started. Just started, but in the league already. Oh my gosh! And it's already a goal has already been scored early in this one. They were just talking about it in one of the pre-games. But Aston Villa and Leeds are playing, and we'll highlight that one's on my big screen over here. Still 0-0. Brentford and Brighton and 0-0. And the game, the score: Chelsea-Burnley. Chelsea scores early in this one. Very nice cross there. Two defenders just none of them went down because they didn't want to tap it into their own net. But guess what? Oh, the goalkeeper got his hands on it, but I think he was already in the goal when he got his hands on them. He was well outside. How in the world did that could be a goal by that could come back. I don't think you can score with your hand, right? I think that ball rolls up his hand when it goes in. So if it does, then I don't think you can score. That might come back. We'll see. That might come back. So yeah, so that's where we are right now in the games. We've got Anthony Herbert in the house. He says, "Hello, Gary. Bye, Gary." And yeah, I'm well. Where is the team? Where is the team too? Oh, you know what? The team starts. And guess who it starts with? The big man in the front, right? Tell me your fingers. Give me a finger. Yeah, exactly. See, he's number one. He's number one. Joining the show, you got Mr. Tom in the house.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. So that's part of the team. Do I need any more? Do we actually need more people?
Well, I know we're going to get more people. So.
No, but do we need more? Answer the question, young man.
No, absolutely not, obviously.
We don't
we
need
do actually
more
need
people.
the next person. That's obvious, but
We need the next person.
yeah, why not?
Why not? All right, and I guess pulling up the rear because he likes it from the back. It's the man from Norway, and you know what? Norway's actually having a really good Winter Olympics, as I saw.
You're right, Gary.
They are
You're right,
ripping.
you're
They
very
are
right.
ripping the world apart right now. Norway.
True, we're very good on snow. Very good on snow, Gary.
Welcome to the shows, Mr. Sam. How you doing?
I'm good. Good to see you guys. Good to see the Mayor of Slagtown, Mr. Tom, and Gary. Good to see you guys. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Doing good. I'm glad to be back. It's been a while since I've done this show. Either there's been no show or you guys are. I didn't even check the last show, so I don't know if I should have checked it, but I didn't even check it. Now, you guys are probably getting. You know what? I've probably I've turned you guys a little bit. Your wild days are over, at least right now.
Well, there was no visits or guest appearances from notable previous state leaders.
Oh, good. You know what? I didn't get an email from the lawyer, so obviously yes. Leeds is trying to get something. No, Leeds have squashed that attack right there.
Yeah, I've got Aston Villa Leeds on as well, so I can keep Mr. Tom updated.
Cool. And what else we got here? That's right, Gary. The important one starts first. Yes, I think I'm the important one, right? That's what he means.
Maybe.
It's hard to know with Mr. Herbert.
I think that's what he means. Oh, he meant Mr. Tom. So there you go. Oh, he means the first one to join from the team because I was here by myself to start the show. But yeah, there you go. And we got Nems in the house. Young man, yeah. Nems. And I guess the Liverpool plays tomorrow. Yeah, Sam Liverpool definitely likes it from the back.
Well, I was going to say, Gary, you're dirty. You got a dirty mind, Gary.
That's not PG.
Very dirty boy.
I just said you like to pull up from the rear. That's all.
See, that's just dirty. Let's go very dirty.
I know your mind's in the gutter. Yes. They always do that in Norway. Yes, they do. Yes.
More important than anything, did you know that there was football in midweek? And, for example, Lincoln City played Northampton Town.
Come on, you devil wankers.
And
World Club champions.
I believe it was a 4-0 victory for the Devil Wankers.
Wow.
Just still the unofficial Club World Champions. Incredible 100%, stuff.
100%. Which then leads you into a situation, guys, where you actually have an unofficial World Club Championship title match today. Let me get it loaded in because, Leeds must and all that.
This is such a waste of our time.
Mansfield Town will be playing Lincoln City.
Come on, you devil wankers. Come on, you devil wankers.
Nobody cares about that.
I do.
Okay, like I said, nobody cares about it.
People care, which is far more than I expected when I started.
Yeah, there's that.
At the beginning, I was like, what the fucking hell is this? Just more nonsense from Tom. And then I was like, yeah, I can get into this.
Yeah, you are a waster.
I'm a waster, man.
the key part of this, Gary, is you actually have to give the impression that you're going to continue it going. And then people realise it ain't going away, so you might as well go along with it.
I'm going to still hate it, all right?
Gary's a hater.
Did they actually counted that goal? It looked like a handball on the goal for Chelsea, but obviously, no, it didn't happen. I thought he scored with his hand when he slid in. But
you know, Gary's a hater of something that I brought to the table, but there's a common denominator between me and Gary, which explains why he might be a hater.
Why? Why? It's you. It's you.
That's true. It is, but still, I argue that Gary's bringing racism to the table. Therefore, my feelings are hurt.
Here we go. We got 9 minutes in, folks.
I moved the bingo cards higher up in the little thing. I don't know if you guys can see it as well, but I just don't like having to scroll away and find them. So
That's a good, that is probably one of the most useful things you've done in a long while, Gary.
you know
In
what? You
Gary's
should.
defence, that does make more sense. But obviously, I wouldn't want to be the one to have to do it because I didn't want to touch anything of Gary's within the
I just yeah. Come on, dude. We're fine. We're family here. I'm gonna hate you even though I love you. So that's just enjoy it. I don't know who's Blake Beverly, by the way.
Oh, this is from last night's wrestling show.
Ah,
He's trying to say I'm one of the Beverly
He's
brothers.
trying to make it a thing.
okay. I didn't know what kind of Blake that was, so I was wondering if it was a solid citizen Blake or a Sam
But
lookalike Blake.
It's a fair point, Gary.
I wouldn't exactly be. I mean, when you're weird, you're trying to be all cocky like that. I wouldn't be cocky when you've been in the Goonies. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Especially not just if you've been in the Goonies, but also if you have a dildo for a hand, you should probably not be very cocky. Isn't that right, Mr. Wears?
That's just nasty. That's nasty.
That's just nasty.
Cut his hand off and just put that in his
Goalless at
head.
Mansfield. Goalless at Mansfield, just to keep you
Oh,
abreast.
everybody. Yes, everybody. Likes it at the back. There you go. See, he knows you like it. What's sturdier? Hey, we gotta go with this one again. We're bringing this back, Rosie. What's sturdier, Gary's mind, or the way the Royals cover everything up?
Ooh, that's a close one. Ooh, but I think probably the Royals.
Yeah,
Just slightly
Just slightly nudge.
I just want to pay my respects and condolences to Andrew for when he had his car crash.
No. That's no, Mr. Tom. No. Oh,
Don't go
God.
to Paris, Andrew. Don't go to Paris.
Yeah, Chelsea won Burnley 0 right now. Oh man! All right, Gary's mind says Nems. What?
I know he's a dirty bugger, isn't he, Nems? I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, that Gary's a right ruffian who likes to besmirch the good nature of our sensibilities.
Exactly. 100%.
No, you know what? If there was a god, he would have figured out where you guys are and struck you down. And guess what? We don't know if there's a god.
No, we're not quite sure.
Question, Gary, will we see you again on Mr. Thomas Talk to Wrestling? You will, but I usually don't have time for that nonsense. He has it right at the end. You know what? He has it on a Friday, the last day of the week. I'm at work, and then I'm usually, unluckily, I'm working until until I'm like, I want to get away from the computer screen. And so that's when I'm like,
you're missing wholesome educational family entertainment. That's what you're doing, Gary.
That is definitely not what that thing is called. Whatever you're doing there.
We had a live snake bite yesterday.
You had a live snake bite? What?
There was a snake bite.
Yep. Jake the Slag, as I call him, Jake the Snake Roberts, got a snake to bite Macho Man Randy Savage.
And it actually bit him.
Nice.
And it actually bit him, and he was bleeding and everything.
Does he get paid extra for that?
Probably. It probably does.
He's probably asked, like, can you do something about that snake? Savage's like, bring him over here. Let him bite my skin. Let him get the cocaine from my blood.
The snake died of cocaine overdose.
So you're saying that cocaine beer is based off the cocaine snake?
Leeds nearly scored. Leeds nearly scored, Tom. Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
I like the league table of nearlies.
He nearly scored, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He got through there, but he got blocked.
Oh, very nice. Oh, if he had a better touch, that would have been an easy tip over the goalkeeper. Yes. His touch was a little heavy, and just couldn't control it.
I'd be ashamed for even a point today.
Talking about heavy touches, Tom's book, How Thomas Became a Slag, 10 Steps to Make It as a Slag, the Christmas bestseller in all bookstores across the universe and on audio book apps, narrated by None other than Morgan Freeman. How Thomas Ross became a slag. Get
It
it,
all
folks, while you still
started in
can.
1948.
Get it, folks, while you still can.
Yep. Nems, I did say that. I did say Sam is a. Yeah, I said
Gary
it.
was being naughty. He was being a naughty boy.
And for those who care, Watford is up 1-0 on Derby County right now. Yes. Tommy's hot pants. You know what? He wears those with his Leeds top. It's a crop top too, so it shows up a little bit of the gut.
True. True.
Exactly. Show a bit of skin. Show a bit of skin.
Hey Tom, what is dirtier, bin juice or all the OGs? Meaning own goals Arsenal benefited from.
It's not going to be original gangsters. It's going to be own goals.
Original gangsters. I don't really know how to answer that because it's quite obviously all the own goals that Arsenal benefit from.
Bin juice. Okay, bin juice.
Bin juices can't be bad. It's got alcohol in it, right?
bin juice. Fucking hell.
Do you have alcohol in your bin, Gary?
Oh, you mean that juice?
Yeah, bin juice from the bottom of your trash can, Gary.
Oh no. We'll have none of that. You know what? It might have alcohol in it, but I ain't drinking it.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not a good idea, Gary.
No.
Tune in next week to the road trip for more nutritional tips.
Yes, don't drink bin juice. Say no to bin juice. This is about how to be zesty. Okay.
That's be zesty, baby.
Own goals. Yeah, we like our own goals. You know what? I don't care if the ball goes in the net. If the other team wants to score all the goals, I say yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he scores. Bingham is up 2-0 at Norwich right now in the championship.
Do it again, Sam.
Here we go.
Gary reads the score, go, yeah.
Here you go. Here's a good one. Here's the League One scores that have completed for the day. Plymouth 5, Cardiff 2. Woo! And guess who's coming in to complete the set? 4 coming to you from the floor, because that's basically where he lives. That's where he needs to be. Does he have glasses on, or is that something new for me?
I've always had glasses. I got glasses and contacts.
You have glasses and no, but you don't usually wear the glasses, right, on the show?
I usually wear them on the Tuesday show because I usually take them out at night. I woke up late today. Like when I text y'all, I literally just woke up.
Who is that nerd with the glasses on?
Who's this?
It's me.
Who's this imposter?
Yeah, it's me.
Welcome to the show, Spencer. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm okay.
Good up, Spencer.
I'm okay. We're gonna talk Wolves, Brentford, and get that out of the way, so we ain't gotta do it Tuesday.
You know, we've actually not even talked about Wolves. You do talk about who?
Can we get the Wolves and Brentford? I'm just asking. Are we getting the Wolves and Brentford talk out of the way, so we ain't gotta do it?
We don't want to talk about.
You know what? You guys, I actually have not been on the show talking about any of. Are you talking about the Arsenal result?
Yeah, I'm saying like Tuesday night. Are we planning on talking about the last 3 weeks? I
haven't actually talked about it because I think everybody's talked about it enough that I'm
okay. Good, perfect. Let's move on. Great.
Yeah. You know, I'm now that you brought it up, because now you brought it up. Sounds like you wanted to talk about it.
I wanted to get it over with.
Can we just, I agree with Spence here, and let's just say, I mean, I've seen people and talked about it so much.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's just agree to say we need to do better. We need to pick our shit up, and we need to do that tomorrow against Spurs, and let's just move on.
All right, cool. We moved on. All right, but we do have a question here, and Spencer, since you just came in, you get to answer it. Well, we'll go through the chat, and then you answer the question. But here we go. Tom likes his drinks. What?
Tom looks like he drinks bin juice.
Okay, that makes sense. I don't know what I was reading. Okay. Big Gunner, we will welcome to the show, Big Gunner, and so we'll let Spencer answer this question. Thoughts on the situation if we drop points tomorrow?
I don't know. That'll be uncharted territory, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be, I don't want to be in that situation.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's
For one,
that's 10 H's on the UGS chart.
I don't think Spurs are good enough. And two, well, okay, all right. First of all, anything can happen, right? It's a rubber match, but it's not going to happen. There's no way. They're not that good. But I mean, if they here's the reality, and I'll go ahead and open this can of worms. My boy Matt texts me, and Matt's super positive, but he's seen a lot of it, probably since he was younger. So he's got a lot more experience watching this team than I do. He's like, if they don't care, why should I? And if they go and drop points on Sunday, or lose on Sunday, then again, why should we care? Because obviously they didn't care enough.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens, right? You lose hope and you lose confidence, and as a fan, it just becomes horrible, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not over until it's over, right? That's
Correct.
the thing.
100%.
It's not over until it's mathematically impossible to win the league. It's just as simple as that.
And I do think what we've seen in the headspace of people this week is that they assume City's just going to roll 12 wins off in a row. This is the same City that went and lost to Bodo Glimt in the Champions League. So I'm not sitting here saying they won't win 10 games, but the idea that they're going to go 12 unbeaten, I mean, without some draws.
And also, we're going to go. Remember, we're going to go to the Etihad as well in April. So we need to be able to go there. And if we don't have a pretty good, well, if we don't have a few points to go on, but either way, we need to go there and get a result.
I still think that March 22nd League Cup final is the turning point of the season for either club.
All right. Well,
that's true.
Before you guys move on to the future. Like tomorrow, let me have my say. One part of me says, if we were to drop points tomorrow, if there was a chance that Arteta keeps his job, I would say he don't keep his job. That's me. That's just kind of where I think I'm at with that. I just think that would be really harsh to see us. I mean, I don't think this team, and even on a bad day, should lose to that team. But that would be like talk about losing the room. I think you lost your team if you can't get them to show up for that game, right? So that's kind of how I feel about that one. I think it's one of those things where the thought that we're talking about tomorrow, we can't lose kind of thing, should have already happened already. You know what I mean? In the last, we've won twice in the league in the last 7 matches. Like when do they actually flip the switch that says, all right, this one we're going to fight for all the points, right? When are we going to do that? Well, if not against Liverpool, if not like Nottingham Forest, right? If not like Wolves, like when when it should have been already happened already, so that's kind of how I feel about that.
City and Arsenal are on the same run of form, 3 wins and 7.
Yeah.
So it's funny, like both teams are kind of in the same run of form. So it's kind of game on at this point too. Yeah. The problem is
they got house money though. That's the problem. They have house money. They're like, when you talk about playing with house money, they have house money. If they were to win it, wow. If they don't win it,
all the pressure's on Arsenal, right? Arsenal haven't done this in 20-some years. So at the end of the day, every single joke that comes with Arsenal, everything, we're going to have to wear it. We're just going to have to own it. People again, I said this earlier, and I meant it. Arsenal's biggest opponent is Arsenal, and we saw that on Thursday night. You're up 2-0 in a game, you switch off, the guy hits a goal, and then and then we just watch the time wasting, the 80 minutes on just lollygagging, a minute to take a corner. What you guys can't make a decision on your own, that's where this team's going to lose, where they don't sit there and they get in their head, and then Arteta bringing on Calafiori instead of Nogard. Nogard would have finished that game out, dropped in between Gabriel and Saliba, and that shit never happens. So I'm irritated. Sorry, I want to get this off my chest. But like, this is where Arsenal lose this league, is if they don't get out of their fucking heads and just play the game they know they can play.
Yep. It's that and the man management as well. Like
100%.
Yeah. I mean, Nurgle not being played nearly at all in the league is just It's just absolutely stupidity.
Not even 60 minutes in the league. The man started and captained his team last year.
And the thing is, when he's played games in like cups and stuff, he plays well. He shows like, yeah, I can do this. And then as soon as you get to a league game, no one sees him. It's like they don't even bring him off the bench. And you've got players who are running on empty.
Yeah.
You know, Zubimendi's running on empty right now. You could see that against Wolves. That guy was fucking nowhere near himself. And then Nørgaard is sitting on the bench and he doesn't even come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's blame to go around, you know, but like Sam said, it's not over. It's not over at all. But you are taking the whole this team's better than you on that day, and that is what it is, because that does happen in the running. You will have someone that's just showed up and they were better than you. There's nothing you could do. You don't drop points to a team like Wolves. You just don't do it. You just don't do it. It especially when you're up 2-0. Like the Brentford result, I could sit there and make arguments for Brentford's form and what I saw with my two eyes, but what I saw on Thursday or Wednesday was players that didn't know what to do, couldn't make a decision, and the manager just mismanaging the whole squad. You tell me you couldn't throw Ben White on there and Nørgaard for the last 20 minutes of that game?
Yeah, the man management is the biggest issue for me. I mean, we can talk like a little bit tactical issues and stuff, but the actual man management for me is where I think we can definitely be very critical. I agree. I mean, because we've come to the point of the season now where you need to be managing minutes a lot more carefully. We've had players like Rice, Zubimendi, you know, like most of our midfield has been playing a lot of games, especially the central midfield, and it's like you've got Nørgaard there who can come in and do a decent job. You know, and then it's just like when you're not even doing, and then you've got Ben White who can come in and give Timber a break, because Timber is also running on empty. The guy looked completely out of it against Wolves, and so So when we get into this key part of the season now, we're coming towards the running. This is where you need to be clever with your man management, and him not using those players. You know, you have to be able to criticize Arteta for that. Up until recent games, you know. Like you said, about 5-6 games ago, when things started to stop a little bit, we've done our job. We've had many good games. We've won games we normally haven't won. You know, there's been a lot of good things to be pleased about. But now when you're getting to the crunch time and the man management's not there, and you see the players actually running on empty now, because you've got to remember the way we play football with high press all the time, that high intensity, and these players are doing that twice a week in, week out, playing 8 games a month, 9, sometimes even 9 games a month, you know, we had around Christmas time. Yeah. These guys are going to be feeling it in their legs now, and you need to be able to do that man management. And this is where Arteta, that is his job. And for me, now we're getting to the time where, okay, if we're not man managing, we're not using the right players at the right times, making sure players have a little bit of rest, not playing 90 minutes, then that does come down to Arteta. I agree. So, but let's not get there where we feel like it's all failed and gone to shit until we actually can't win the league anymore. That for me is key. Yeah. Yes, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the decisions Arteta has made. I'm disappointed in some of the performances of some of the players, but I'm still going to be wanting Arsenal to win. I'm still going to be backing the manager. I'm still going to be backing all the players to do what they need to do until we can't do until we basically can't win the league or we don't win any of the cups. Then I agree. We have to look at the season and say, okay, this isn't good enough. For me, then it's fine to move on from Arteta and move on to someone else. But until then, we need to try and be positive about this, even though I know right now it's still not looking good.
Yeah. No, I brought, I bring this up and maybe I say the wrong words or whatever, but I always talked about rotation from day one, and this is what happens when you don't. When you don't,
too little.
I've been calling for rotation since Arteta's got here, and for reasons like what we're seeing right now, everybody's talking about. Well, you got Nørgaard, you've got a Miles Lewis-Skelly who can play in the midfield if you needed to. I mean, that's where he's played most of his academy days. You're weak in the midfield in terms of like having a full strength, having players there that can go 90 minutes, right? Like Tim, Zubimendi cannot go the amount of minutes he's being asked to do, right? He's struggling out there, and we're not giving him a break, right? He's good when he's healthy, and when he's in form and all that, but he can't be when he's breaking down during games. Rice has shown he can break down in games, right?
Yeah.
And you have answers, and if you can put Moreno up top after not playing striker for how many years? There's no way in my mind you can't put Miles Lewis-Skelly in the midfield.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
When you have that option there and you're not using the option, when you actually need to rest players and you have some injuries, and you don't use Miles Lewis-Skelly. But we were going to, though, until Saka got injured. That's the thing. Saka got injured.
Calafiori got injured.
That's what I meant. Calafiori got injured in the warm-up.
Yeah.
And then that meant we had to change that. But he was set up to play in midfield. We saw that in the lineup, the original lineup. So, we didn't get to see that then. But, yeah, I agree with you. At the beginning of the season, there was a little bit more rotation, but we still weren't seeing rotation with Nørgaard. And we weren't seeing any rotation when Ben White
with Ethan, right? And I think if Ethan had got minutes, they would have had no reason to let him go. If you're not gonna, I said it before, if you're not gonna play him, then he can't stay, right? The fact that Moreno goes out isn't the reason why Ethan should have stayed. We knew if you look at the history of Arsenal, then you would have played Ethan, right? You wouldn't have said, I'll wait till the last possible opportunity for him to play, meaning we're down to our last thread of players, then I'll play him. That makes no sense. We don't have time for passengers, right? Everybody has to play.
Yeah, but Ethan Nwaneri would not be getting the amount of minutes he needs to develop, right? He's at the time of his career now in his development when he needs to play as much as possible.
Well, he shouldn't have been part of the first team then, right?
Scored, Tom.
He absolutely should be part of the first team. This is the reality here.
If Sam's going to say that, then he's not part of the first team in my eyes.
He's not alone.
If he's not going to get the minutes, then ball's up in the air. Oh my gosh! From the free kick from like way out. Like I don't know how Martinez got beat from Stack.
No, I don't see how you. This should have been about all hands on deck at this point, and the fact that they let.
I was saying that on day one, not because later on when we got
good free kick from Stack, Tom. Really good free kick.
Set piece merchants as usual.
Yeah, I mean he hits into the top left corner.
So I'll be quiet. I didn't want to.
No. I was talking about the goal. The goal just came for Leeds, so it's good to talk about that. But no, I mean, in terms of Nwaneri, for me, to me that made sense to loan him out because you look at our squad, he wouldn't be getting anywhere near the minutes he needs to develop, right? We've got Eze, we've got Saka, we've got Trossard.
Yeah. The problem is the skill set that he has is stuff that we don't have.
We've got Ødegaard. Right? Ødegaard is the captain. I mean, Nwaneri is not going to be getting. So I understand that this decision to let him go on loan, and yeah, that's been a fuck up because 2 games after he went to Marseille starts to implode and the manager leaves and everything. So yeah, that's not probably working out very good for him. But when he went, it looked good, and in his debut, he scored a very nice goal. So yeah, but loaning him out made sense to me. But yeah, I mean, you're right, Gary. I have to agree with you. The man management this half of the this second half of the season, especially since New Year, the man management has not been good enough. He's not been rotating players good enough, and he's not been utilizing the players in their best roles always. And that to me, that part of it, that systemic part of it, the way it's organized, that is down to Arteta. You have to blame Arteta for that. And of course,
how did I put that on target?
Yeah, Leeds nearly scored again. Anyway, and then you can say, that in some of the individual performances haven't been great. Like we've seen Gabriel make a couple of fuck ups. We have seen players have some poor performances as well. But
who's hurting
the way it's set up, and the rotation and everything, that is down to Arteta. I agree. So, but let's see how it goes tomorrow. Let's see if we can. Yeah. I agree with Spencer. Tomorrow is a really big, like a litmus test to see if the players are up for it and if they really want to push for this title. Because for me, if the players want to show everyone themselves, prove to the fans, prove to everyone that they want to push for this title, then tomorrow they go and they beat Tottenham comprehensively. We'll at least get the 3 points and show a good performance, right? Then that's what you've got to do tomorrow. If we don't, if we look shit, we don't look up for it, we drop points tomorrow, then we have to say, what the fuck is going on? We really do. Whether we really have to take stock and say, what the flying fuck is going on with this team?
There's two ways to look at this too, right?
Can I say something? Because I was trying to interrupt Sam, but I pull myself back. What's hurting me is Martinelli. He's hurting me. He's painful out there.
Yeah, Martinelli is such a fascinating player because he will have one fantastic goal, and then for the next 10 games he plays, he's absolutely dog shit. And then all of a sudden he does this amazing thing again in like another 10 games. And everyone's like, oh, Martinelli's amazing. And then for 10 games he's completely shit. The guy can't hit the side of a fucking barn door. The amount of times he just misses very good chances, takes too many touches instead of just shooting. The guy annoys the fuck out of me. We need, like I said, the left wing position has been a position we need to upgrade, right? You know, that's the last position we really need to upgrade, and then the rest should all really fall into place. But yeah, Spencer, sorry, what was you going to say?
I'll come back to that because I have a thought on that. But there's two ways to look at this, right? The man manager is one thing, and that is the Zubamendi minutes, the Rice minutes, the Timber minutes. There's someone else that's got an excessive amount of minutes. That's on Arteta, but it's also on part of the players too to understand the moment too. They're the ones that switch off when we go up 1-0, not Arteta, because Arteta never stops yelling.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's the players that get the first goal and then they're like, okay, let me gag around.
That's true.
That's on the players. So when we're talking about responsibilities here, it's a total failure. I am also concerned that these players, regardless of manager, are going to be bottlers in my mind.
Well, see,
we don't have.
Go on, Gary. I'll try and remember what I was going to say. Go on.
Sorry, we don't have what we had. Well, think about it. When we saw Rice was talking after the game a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
That it's almost like that was nullified and killed out of him. You know what I mean? I think that's the kind of mentality you kind of want. Like, that sucked. Like the same thing in the Villa game, late at the end of the Villa game, right? He was the one player that stood out in terms of this is not right? But he don't have anybody along for the ride with him. They all need to have that same mentality. Like, we don't lose games late in games like this. We don't finish off some of these we've been playing the way we are. And I think, to me, I think that's an Arteta. Like, I don't like that stuff for my players. And he kills that little bit of aggression that we need to have in our team. That gets
I don't get what you mean by that.
That gets us across the line. Like when you're trying to fight, right? It gets nullified, I think, and that's how it looks when we watch these games. When you go up a goal and then you don't try to go and get the second goal.
Couple of things. I just want to come back in and we're talking about Spencer's point where he's talking the players. They seem to not want to push on after they score and drop intensity and look to not really want to push on to win games when they start leading. And it's basically talking about the mentality of the players, right? Mm-hmm. But this is what's really interesting is, and this is what I've been trying to wrap my head around and sort of analyze. Where's it coming from? Because the first half of the season, we were winning games we normally wouldn't win. We were winning. We came back from a couple of games. We were 1-0 down. We came back and won. We shut out games. And I remember everyone was saying, we were all saying this in our chats on here. We were saying Arsenal now look like we have the mentality we were lacking, right? We could shut teams down. We could come back and win games. We were getting, good results when last season we weren't going and getting those same results. And everyone was saying, the mentality looks different because we've got a better squad in total. We can, pull more, we've got players coming off the bench who don't, the quality doesn't drop when you bring the players off the bench. Everything was all looking really, really good. And then now, the last half of the season, especially like the last month or so, maybe a bit more, it's like that mentality isn't there anymore. And for me, that's so... I'm trying to wrap my head around that, where you can have the first half of the season up until like mid-January, like December, where we're winning important games, looking like we're closing out games. That mentality is there, and now all of a sudden, the mentality is a little bit lost. And I'm wondering. And this is something I brought up before. I'm wondering if maybe this is a bit to do with the fatigue. And again, this is a man management and what rotation issue. I'm wondering if the players are just that the fatigue is there. So when they're getting to 60, 70 minutes with that high intensity play, you have to have periods where you drop off a little bit to try and regain your endurance and your stamina. You try and get a little bit of so you're dropping off a little bit because you have to. You're fatigued, and that's where the man management comes in. I just think we look jaded, right? That's the thing. I'm looking at these games lately, and we look jaded. We don't look like we can go and push on for 90 minutes, and that for me again, that comes back to the man management rotation issue, where the players just look too jaded.
It's also every game feels like, well, okay, we've said this cup final thing. If you think we as the fans are sitting here with this high intensity, high stress following of the club, we're not really under the stress, regardless. This is entertainment. But my point being is the guys that are actually out there fighting it, they're feeling it. I mean, this is, to me, like I'm looking at Arteta on some of these things, and like the man manager absolutely is there. And it's like I text my buddy about the Havertz thing and how he got hurt again. Well, no player's going to tell the medical staff, I'm not fine. You think about it from an NFL perspective. And like you've got players that are one out there and they know their spot. If you've got a squad this deep, you got people whose positions are now potentially under threat because someone comes in and has a good game. But if we're going to talk about the man management, and you got Ben White. Ben White can't do 90 right now. That's fine. Timber, I can't do 90 either. Well, we get 2 45s in the game. Ben White, you play the first half of the game. Timber, you come on in the second half. Make some man management.
Or like 60 minutes or something.
I personally don't think anybody really can play our style of football for 90 minutes.
That's true, but
not our style of football. So we're going around in circles. It's the same thing every time. Players can't play 90, which means that players shouldn't. You should be rotating, and you should be pulling players off early in games. I think players I believed that players were trying to make it 90 minutes and conserving themselves and not giving the full effort for the minutes they were on the pitch because they knew they had to go 90 anyways. Like sometimes you would see Saka out there, and I'm like, it looks like he's just trying to make it through the 90 minutes and not necessarily trying to. Like I'd rather have Saka play 60. If Saka played 60 minutes at his top, we score goals because he probably scores a couple by himself. You know what I mean? Some games, he can do that. But if he's sitting there kind of knowing that, it's a marathon and I got to last for 90 minutes because there's nobody else, then he's not going to give everything. Like we need to win some of these games in the first half. We're not doing that. And guess what that does? That kills us because what does Arteta do? He doesn't want to change. He wants to go full 90 with the same 11 if he had his choice.
Well, here's the counterpoint, and I'll defend Arteta. On this one. We all have our favorites, right? What manager doesn't have their favorites?
Yeah, I know, but the man management should be better, though, shouldn't it? That's the thing, But
he's hurting you. The player that you like is hurting your chances of winning a game because guess what? You like him. That sounds stupid, doesn't it? That's a stupid train of thought to say, guess what? A player that I really love is hurting me in games, right? But I like him, so I'm going to... No, that makes no sense. The goal of the game, right, is to try to win it with the best 11 you have out there, right? Sometimes your best player is just not bringing it today, right? And sometimes they have to sit, either from the start or when you realize, guess what, they can't give me any more. Because at the end of the day, the win matters more than somebody's, how they feel about you, right? You see it a lot of times. Some top players get pulled. They're pissed at their manager. But guess what the manager's doing? He's trying to win the game. He's not trying to help you out.
That's true.
Right? So for me, that's the goal has to be to try to get the win with the 26, 25 players that you have, the 17 players that you have that are lined up to play that game day. If not, then you're wasting opportunities there, right? So
there's accuracies to that statement. There's no question about it. But I guess to kind of get back to my point is you had, the man management, but you look like game management matters too as well. So if I know White can play 45, and I know Timber can play 90, and I know Ben White can play 60, and I know Saka can play 60, and I know Timber can play 90, then guess what? I'm going to and I can get Timber to do the other 45, or Zubamini can get me 45, and then I can move Skelly in. I mean, I'm telling you right now, from my perspective, I'm pushing Eze back out to the left wing. I want to run that again. And then I'm taking my left wings at this point are Trossard and Eze. And then Martinelli, I'm going to figure a spot out for you, but you're going to be a wild card at this point. I feel like, and I heard someone say this, and it actually makes a lot of sense. Gyökeres and Martinelli do excellent in Europe. Like, they seem to be really good in that open style of play. I think I said it on Ryan's channel on Wednesday night. I was like, Martinelli, if he was in La Liga, he'd be banging in 30 goals and go for 100 million pounds to come to the Premier League. But in the Premier League, it's just different because of the physicality. But his issues isn't the physicality. His issues is his inability to trust his talents and put the ball in the back of the net. He takes that extra touch when he doesn't need to, or he makes a run further than he doesn't need to. I think he's the crosses. I heard a stat about the crosses he does with Gyökeres, and they're not on points, like 5 out of 14. But again, to go back to what Sam said, like, it's 100%. Sunday is the benchmark test. I think you got a game on Sunday, and then obviously I don't think you play again until the following Sunday, the 1st, against Chelsea.
Yep.
So you have yourself a little bit of an 8-day window to kind of get relaxed, get where you need to be, get some players healthy. I don't know if you want to do a Dubai trip. You might want to, but something to just kind of and maybe just let the guys go home and just hang out with their families for a couple of days. Maybe that's just really it. Just get a little recharge for the run-in.
But it's too late for that now. It's too late for that now because the games are just coming and coming and coming and coming.
But again, this is why I think like people like Forrest, right? So Forrest, they got into Europe position last year or this year, and great save by the Leeds goalkeeper.
Yeah, Village should have scored there, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. Darlow's a decent keeper, Darlow is a decent goalkeeper.
Yeah, we're gonna move on so Mr. Tom can wake up a little bit. Plus, I can go to the chat. So let me do that.
Well, I mean, I apologize, everybody, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Gary. I just don't want to talk about this on Tuesday. So I'd rather get it away now.
Oh, we weren't going to talk about it on Tuesday because I told you, like, I wouldn't have talked to if you didn't. You started it.
Half-time.
I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't. I wasn't thinking about it. Then you brought it up, and you basically primed the water, and me and Sam were happy to talk about it.
Well, I made Tom fall asleep Sunday, and I've done it again, so I'll shut up.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Tom.
I want to stop making people fall asleep, Spencer.
Yeah. Mr. Tom, can you wake up, please? I got a question for you. All right, I'll save the question for later. Jose has joined us. I said hello to him. Let's go. What else we got? Gianni has joined the show. Thanks for joining us. It's boiling down to the manager. Sir, I want 3 points. Bacon on Sunday is a must. Bacon on Sunday is definitely a must.
You
3
can
points.
have bacon regardless.
Yes. You know what? Bacon on any day that ends in Y is a must.
It's a must, man.
All right. These are some scores from Rosie. We're going to try to catch up here. Goal from Brighton. Brighton has just scored again. They're up 2-0 late in the first half. Chelsea and who's Chelsea playing? I forgot. Burnley. That is still 1-0 going into half there. Bayern Munich's up 2-0 and Eintracht Frankfurt. All right. Ethan Smith Rowe. I don't know. I don't know. Got Alonzo in the house. Thanks for joining us. Got Ryan in the house. Mr. Tom, did he really fall asleep on the show? Did we really did you really put him to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not getting minutes because the manager's clueless. Something like that. Yeah. How much longer can players be responsible for carrying the manager? Oh, they need to overcome the manager is what they need to do. Yeah. All right. They just pumped the brakes. They're so conservative. Yes, it looks like that way. It looks that way. Mr. Tom, your team's up 1-0. I know going into the game, they were talking about Aston Villa needs to keep themselves in the race today. We'll see if they come back. Leeds needs at least another 2 goals in my eyes, based on the way that they've closed out games. So this game's not over yet.
Stack free kick was really good. He's pretty good on free kicks, Stack.
Yeah. Tom was most likely a delinquent in school. You know what? He probably is. Look, when he was in class, he probably was sleeping through most of the classes, right? Mr. Tom, really? Does he hear us? Is he actually there? Oh, he's moving. He's not there. He said he's not there. I think the opposite. I think teachers could keep up and how quick his brain moves. What? Oh, yeah. Did we play a 4-3-2-1 for the first 10 minutes and switch back to a 4-3-3? I don't know. All right. I don't know.
I was working the first half, so I can't even really.
All right.
There's so much rotation when they play out there. It's so like.
Yeah.
I mean, people float all over the place.
Take the squads to the old Highbury grounds, make them spend the night camping outside on the grass. That's like in somebody's backyard, isn't it?
At this point it is. Yeah.
Or somebody's front yard, depending on how you look at it. Mr. Tom, sorry we put you to sleep. You can blame Spencer again.
Yeah.
For putting you to sleep.
I put him to sleep the last 2 times.
But we do have a question for you, Mr. Tom. Do you want to read here's a question. You probably don't want to read it, but I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it to you anyways. What would you rather, drink a pint of bin juice or see Spurs? I said the word. Lift the trophy.
Yeah, that's for us, isn't it? Yeah, that's Spurs. We've already seen Spurs lift the trophy. That horrible tin pot European trophy. We saw them. They nearly get to do that, but they actually did, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Tin pot trophy. So we actually saw them lift the trophy.
Wild times, right?
Yeah. You know what? I'm sorry, but I'm drinking the bin juice.
Probably
I'm drinking the bin juice. I'm sorry.
I'm taking Spurs lift the trophy because it didn't specify which trophy. So
it don't. Well, whatever one they can win this season, right?
It could be the Audi Cup in the middle of the preseason.
They can't win any trophy this season. They're out of everything.
No, they're still in the Champions League. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like they're in the top 8. Hey. The question doesn't say. I'm going to go with the question meaning right now, not meaning like 20 years before or after the question was made. Because if that's the case, then I'll take the Audi Cup over anything.
I work in contracts, Gary. You have to be specific about what you want. So there was not enough specifics for me to not.
You
take
guys
that
are the context here. Sam will most likely go bald in Arsenal winning the league.
At the moment, it looks like that. I don't know. Listen, there's still this. The league is not over yet, right? That's the thing. If we pick ourselves up tomorrow, get into some more momentum.
Yep.
At least, and we don't know what's going to happen in Newcastle City today. We really don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a City win, but it could also be a City draw. I mean, Newcastle put 6 goals past Karabag this week. Different levels.
The thing is, we don't at this point we don't care what City does because it hasn't mattered most of this season.
Right.
It still doesn't matter today.
Right.
It doesn't matter tomorrow either. It matters in March, or April, whenever that is, when we play them. The next 2 times we play City, it matters because we want to beat them and win a trophy, right? But we also we can't beat them at their place. We do have the talents and the quality to do that. Guess who joins us? Got Mr. Philip Luther Howell has joined us. Dad's in the house. Says good morning. What's the matter with Mr. Tom? Mr. Tom got put to sleep by Spencer.
Yeah, it's me.
So blame Spencer for that.
I'm pretty boring.
Rosie,
they're just showing they've been here on what I'm watching. They've been showing all the free kick goals that Stacker scored recently.
Wow,
his free kicks are really good, and the goal he scored today was very similar to one he scored against Crystal Palace. So,
it's weird because the goalkeeper kind of gave him the corner and said, "Here, can you put it there?" And he's like, "Yeah, I can put it there."
And now put Leeds on 32 points.
I mean, Leeds are doing quite well today. I mean, they are.
Leeds are on 29 points because the game ain't over.
Oh, right. I'm just saying if they, I got you. No, I got you. But I mean, look at Villa, man. That's one of the other title contenders.
I mean, Leeds are looking good lately. I mean, they're definitely going to stay up, in my opinion.
They don't have to play Arsenal anymore, so
Spurs are going down.
That's 9 goals. They don't have to worry about.
Please, Spurs. Please, I want Spurs to go down.
That'd be hilarious.
When do you play that team, Mr. Tom?
We go there in May, I believe.
Okay, at the end of the season.
Yes.
That would
imagine if Leeds put them down. Imagine if Leeds put them down. That'd be so good.
Well, ironically, Leeds' final game of the season is at West Ham. So,
Ooh.
Well, Leeds are actually on 30 points right now. If they win, they'd be on 33.
Yeah.
Very nicely, yeah.
Leeds doing the job so far today. Half time.
Yeah. And
I mean,
if they're able to hold that 33, nobody jumps them. They will be Brighton is winning too, so I guess not. So
well, I mean, you got Palace has got to play, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Spurs is in trouble. I mean, I think they survive, but man, it's gonna. I mean, especially if like West Ham starts picking up some form. So West Ham's won 3 of 5. I think Forest is in big trouble, man.
for me, the ideal relegation will be Forest. For me personally, partly because I don't like their fat owner, but
yeah, no one likes him.
No one likes him.
Mr. Marianakis, that fucking rule-breaking cunt.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Pardon my language, everyone.
Yeah. Rosie, it was Spencer, and we're leaving it at that. The answer was who put Mr. Tom to sleep. It was Spencer.
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing about Forest, them going down. Like, I just, there's part of me that sees that, and it's just such a rash of just irrationalism from the owner. And this is where I kind of gig. I'm like, you have Europe now to play for, and I think this is some point I was going to make earlier, and I'm not going to put you right to sleep, Tom. Trust me on this one. But playing as many games as possible, right, Sam? This is something to think about. City and Arsenal both competing on 4 fronts right now. Both, and I don't think anybody else is at this point. I think maybe Villa's out of the Carabao Cup, so they still got the FA Cup. They're actually out of the FA Cup too. So Villa's got Europe and the league. I can't think of who's in 4th place, but Chelsea still got the FA Cup, and they're on 3 fronts. But City and Arsenal only 2 on 4 fronts. And I think where my challenge is, and I'll push it back to Forest, and where Marinakis is completely wrong and missed the plot here, is that they were in Europe now too. Yeah. So they also not only had the squad size to do the League Cup, the FA Cup, they now had to manage a European title run, or whatever you want to call it, cup run. And look at West Ham. West Ham won the cup, right? I think in the Conference League, and then they had a really poor season the following year, especially after selling Declan Rice. But playing on multiple fronts is so difficult to do in itself. It's no wonder Forest are where they are in the league. And then you sit there and you fire 3 managers, and you're like, oh, I can't get it right. And it's like, I'm not saying you should have kept the first guy, but maybe you should have held on to Big Ange. I don't know. But again, he's firing people because he's not getting along with them. And then the most recent firing is because the players went and cried to him.
Yeah. He's going to fire everyone then, isn't he?
I mean, he fired. They fired Nuno? Was Nuno one of the managers?
Yes.
And Nuno, I don't think is somebody that you should be having conflicts with, because he doesn't seem like kind of
That's the rumor I heard. I heard that Nuno was kind of hard to get along with.
Nuno is. I don't see that from him. From what we see,
I don't either.
We don't see outside, so
yeah.
We don't see that. So It's Big says, this is why I'm skeptical about that team, because of the game that we just played against Wolves. These teams are struggling, but very dangerous because of the fact. I think, yeah. I mean, I think if you take your foot off the gas in the Premier League, you get punished.
Absolutely.
And I think that's been the case all the time. Like, every team will have an opportunity to score. The trick is whether or not you put pressure back on them, right? And we don't put pressure back on teams. That's why teams can keep staying in games.
Well, we're seeing it all over the league, though. It's just not just an Arsenal issue. It's a league-wide issue.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Man United. They went to, West Ham spot, a relegation form team at the time, who dropped points there. I mean, these things happen. You got Villa. I mean, I'm not disrespecting Leeds when I say this, Tom. Don't hear me. Please don't want to say this. But Villa is allegedly in this title race, and now they're losing to Leeds right now. Like, these things happen. Like, it's
Leeds have been very good.
Leeds are a giant killer. They've been a giant killer this season.
They've got some. I think they took what was it?
They have been a giant killer this season. Liverpool and City have seen the light. Like, if you don't come to play against Leeds, guess what? You don't just get to walk away with all the points.
I mean, look at the way City played. When City played Leeds, City at home, they blew a 2-0 lead and got lucky in extra time. So, have you guys played them the reverse fixture yet, Tom? At your spot?
That's next Saturday.
Ooh, what's spicy?
Under the floodlights, where we become super team. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, the Leeds second half of the season they've transformed. They're a much better team.
Yeah, and that's really, and that's what it comes down to. Like, form matters, right? Like, management matters. And Forest, I think Forest are so reckless right now. Like, I think you kind of want them gone, right? They're kind of like a Watford, all over the place.
They're kind of like Chelsea without the money, because they're just
All
doing
the ability
they
to
have all these expectations for their team. That's why the managers keep coming and going. But guess what? They don't. They don't.
Right. There's two different spectrums of the expectations game, right? There's the we lost a match, Roman Abramovich, which is ironically like, so I started really following this religiously kind of like 2017-ish. But to go back, I was just playing FIFA 16 last night, and to go back and look at that Chelsea squad and look at the Arsenal squad, like just seeing like the names that Chelsea have had and like the era of the Roman Abramovich and all that stuff and the cutthroatness, and yeah, they did win some things, right? But again, like, I think there's a way to do things. I feel like Arsenal are probably a little too lenient, but at the same time, like, at least we're not reckless. I mean, look at Spurs. I mean, how many managers has Spurs gone through since Poch? I mean, and they've gone through some high quality managers too. Mourinho, Conte, Nuno is there, right? Ange won a trophy, but
you know what? They don't back their managers. That's the problem. They will get. You can't go out there. When you don't back your manager, it doesn't matter. All right. You bring in the Contes and whatnot, and you don't back them. Meaning, whatever they need, you give it to them. Why don't bring them in? Right. You know, you bring them in and you give them what they need. They will get you there. They've shown they can do that. All right. If you're not going to do that, then you just wasted your time with them, and it's time for them to move on, which is what's happened. So, I think Palace will win the Conference League. Yeah. I think
very important information. At halftime, the Devil Wankers are 1-0 up away at Mansfield Town.
There you go, people.
44th minute penalty, if anyone was interested.
Nobody was
unofficial World Cup championship.
Nobody wanted to know.
Correct.
Manchester United. Anybody think? Okay, go ahead. What is it?
Hold on now. Oh, it's not going to work. Shit, because if Mansfield Town wins today, hold on now. Hold on. If Mansfield Town wins,
they could be playing Arsenal for the unofficial.
Arsenal could become.
Oh yes, yes.
You know what? I might. No, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not even going to I'm not joining in your reindeer games. I'm not doing it.
Reindeer games.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, Gary, I've known your reactions long enough to know you have now mysteriously want Mansfield to score 2 goals.
I do. I actually do. I want to be. You know, you might get me. I might get a shirt.
We're slowly going to see Tom. Tom will stop making the meme of Arsenal and the club
shirt if Arsenal can pull it out. I mean, Mansfield.
I'll make it regardless on who wins it because it amuses me, and that's it.
Imagine Tom going to a pub and everybody's talking about things. He's like, "Hey guys, you know who the unofficial World Cup champion is?" Lincoln City.
He's like, "Can you put the Mansfield game on the big tube, please?" Like, what? Why? It's a world championship of football. Don't you know?
The unofficial World Club Championship. Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Anthony Herbert, anybody want to hear what he has to say?
Sure, why not?
Nah, no one's hearing what he wants to say.
It might be a good take, though. Hold on now.
He thinks Manchester United will finish 3rd. Carrick will do a fantastic job, but United won't offer him the job. He'll be that team's manager next season. Nobody believes you thought that up, Anthony. Nobody believes you thought that up.
Yeah.
TalkSport probably tweeted it out at some point.
It feels like a football funnies type thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So FIFA 06, 10, and 2014 were the GOATs of football video gaming.
I was playing 16 last night, man, and it feels very like difficult compared to like EF 26 or whatever. It felt more like they played defense on you. Or like now, like it's still fun. Now it's fun, but I feel like that. I don't know, man. Good shit. But it's fun to go back in the annals of time, and when Hull City were in the Premier League, and
Hull City in the Premier League.
Actually, one of my really good friends' last name is Hull. He likes Hull City just because it's got his last name. And I was like, that's good, man. He's like sending me memes like, hey, man, we're going to make it back up. He don't know what's going on, but I love it, man. I love it. It's so good. He's all about all the sports, man. He's becoming a Blackhawks fan, apparently.
Good. Yeah. Good on him. Good on him.
He's a Cubs fan now, but anyway. All right.
But Spencer and Gary, you guys who live in the United States of America, former colony of the United Kingdom.
Yes.
This sounds like, I don't know. This doesn't sound good. What are you going to go on? Come on, do it. The fact that you had to relay all of that information means I'm not going to like what you have to say. But go on. What is it?
The country that's given a holiday to Christopher Columbus, who basically raped Indian women and didn't actually go to America. While Leif Erikson, who was Norwegian, actually went to America and landed in America like 600 years before him. But yeah, you guys give Columbus a day. But anyway, over to what I was going to ask. Is the Premier League getting more and more popular in America? Because it does seem like it from an outside perspective. Are more people getting into the Premier League in America?
Isn't it getting a higher viewership than the NHL?
Is it getting a higher viewership than the NHL?
I think it's competing for that fourth spot. It's competing. I don't know if it's there yet.
I don't think I've looked at those numbers, if I'm honest. And I'm thinking about the people I run into on my daily trip. I mean, so obviously, like the two dudes I work with in the office, the one guy is a Man United fan, and the other guy is too. But the one Man United fan, his wife's from England, so whatever she liked, he liked. So I think she's actually from Manchester, whereas Christian just played the sport and coached and everything, so he just likes Man United. But I'm trying to think of anybody else I know that I've run into that are Premier League fans. But I mean, like, I'll take like the VB Gooners, where I used to go watch games occasionally with. I think like if you go back, like it depends, like their attendance. I haven't looked at the photos because I haven't seen them posted, and I don't think the people that run it are. I mean, Ian's still pretty big in it, but it's hard to say, man. Like, I mean, I don't think it's. I mean, like I said, I sent you the picture, Tom, like, or even Sam, everybody, the girl that I ran into at PetSmart that had the Leeds shirt on.
That was amazing. You shared that picture. Yeah, that's funny.
And when I told her, I said, I got a good buddy. He's in England. He loves Leeds. He'll love this. And she was all about it. She had no issue with me taking the photo. So it's hard to say, man. I think so.
I think football might be bigger. The problem is you can't pick it to just one league because there's so many leagues, right? People are watching Premier League. People are watching La Liga, Serie A, all of that. So I think football in general is growing.
Yeah,
but it's so spread out. So you can't pick one league and say like that league is the one that's driving it. But I think if you looked at just football in general, world football, I think it's creeping up there next to hockey. But
it's access as well. It's what's free, right? Think about this. Think about the access levels of things. Like MLS, for example, could be pretty massive in the States, but they have it behind an Apple TV paywall, or maybe they've changed it. But I can't keep. I mean, I already shell out. If you think about it from an NFL perspective, right? The ticket, the YouTube TV package, Peacock Prime, it's probably about $1,400 a year just to watch every NFL game, possibly. Now, granted, some of those subscriptions we use for other things, so you could make that argument the other way, but there's only so much money we have to go. Like for my area, they've bumped up the electrical costs, so people are seeing more electric bills. So like there becomes access issues. So like baseball, there's games on Fox. The World Series is on Fox. The NFL, you got your local free games, right? Where in the Premier League it's not. You get some games on NBC, and the NHL is doing some stuff on ABC as well too. But I also wonder what kids are getting into. Like, you've got people with their kids in youth football and everything like that. Whereas like hockey, for example, that's an expensive sport to get into. Yeah. Like soccer, you can just get out there tomorrow and just, get some shin pads on and play. So It's a good question. I'd have to look up those numbers, Sam, but I would imagine because
I mean, from an outside perspective, like looking on social media and stuff, and I know a lot of that can be like biased and everything, but it just looks like America is getting much more into the Premier League in recent years than it used to be, and like they're saying in the chat, I know there's a lot of plastic fans, but that's the way it's always going to be. Like when you're getting into a new sport and you're looking at the Premier League, it's always going to be the teams that do the best that are going to be attracting new fans, isn't it? So you're going to get the plastic fans then, aren't you? That's just the way it is, isn't it?
I mean, someone could argue I'm a plastic fan, and I don't care if they argue that. I mean, I picked Arsenal. Whatever. I mean, you could argue that.
I would say yes to that if I joined them when they were winning. Like when I started watching Arsenal religiously, it was like in 2012. They weren't winning. They were on some bad side, like in the Champions League. They were on the wrong side of a lot of score lines that are like Manchester United was killing us, right? Back in those days. So I like if that's being plastic, then I guess I'm plastic. But in general, that was the team I decided I'm going to stick with, and I've stuck with them, and I'm hoping to see the light at some point, right?
I mean,
I've been alive to see all these things, and all of the whatever top gooners or lower gooners or the real keeping it real guys or whatever you want to call it. I've been around for that. I've sort of seen all of that. I was alive for it, but I didn't. So now I'm not going to claim that was my days.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But
I mean, I'll give you my boring story. Like, I was more of an MLS guy, and I mean, I liked Mesut Ozil. That's one of my favorite players to watch. That 2014 World Cup run. And then I think I really just got into it when I started coaching my kid in 2017. I was like, well, let me start picking up this Premier League stuff, and then I just picked Arsenal because that's where he played at.
Yeah, I mean, that's a player, isn't it?
It sounds plastic as fuck, but I don't
care. No, but you was because of a player, wasn't it? And that makes sense. I mean,
yeah. So I just stuck with Arsenal, and God, I wish I would have been able to watch it when I was younger. But I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, you could make that argument. So
I think my dad will tell you I probably maybe cheered for West Ham, but I don't remember West Ham when I was little. I remember Arsenal.
You slag. You absolute slag being a Hammer fan.
I said that out loud. You know what? My dad was a West Ham fan. That's one of the reasons. Everybody says where did they get some of their allegiance to teams and stuff from, But he was into whoever the manager was back in the 80s for West Ham. He followed that manager. I forgot. Is it
name Ron Greenwood?
No. It's a name. No, it's not him. Maybe was it? Was it the 80s or the 90s? I can't remember which manager he really, really liked. But what about in the 70s? Who was the manager in the 70s?
Can't remember the managers way back then.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. So I don't. But he fought whatever manager it was. He kind of followed him. And he was at West Ham at one point. So yeah, and that's the other thing. The pubs, the bars, on Saturday mornings, they're probably filled. Because the bars need to make money. They are open to football supporters, right? So you can go to anywhere, any city you go to, any big city you go to. If you want to watch an Arsenal match, you can go to a bar and watch it. Huh?
Was it John Lyle by any chance?
That name doesn't sound familiar to me.
He was their manager from 1974 to 1989.
Okay, that's probably not that manager. That's probably later on in the days then. But
so Gary is your father an Arsenal fan, or is he a West Ham fan?
No, he'll tell you he was a West Ham fan, but it was because of a manager that was there.
Okay. So. Is that Harry Redknapp?
I think so. I think that's the name.
Yeah, because he was at West Ham for quite a while.
Does he watch it now, or does he?
He doesn't watch it much now. No, he's more of a cricket man.
Nice.
Yeah,
is he like the county cricket, or is he?
Well, he's from West Indies, so he follows them a lot.
Cool.
So yeah. He used to play cricket on the weekends and whatnot. And one of those. Yeah. So yeah, he took a cricket ball to the face. So because he was a wicket. What do they call that? Wicketsman.
Wicketkeeper.
There you go. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to play cricket in the Middle East with a bunch of guys and didn't do it. I got invited to do it. I kind of looking back, I probably should have done it. It was so damn hot, man. I was like, it was like in July. It was at nighttime. They wanted to do it, and even in July in the Middle East, you're like 10 p.m. You're like, holy crap, it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, much cheaper to be a fan of hockey in the UK than it is football.
I'd imagine. Well, again, like hockey seems like it's getting big overseas. I think it was big, but like the professional teams too. Which okay, so boring story. Ashley's boyfriend, they have 3 billets, and they work with the junior team that lives here, right? And the kids are 2 of them are from Canada, one's from Sweden, and they're just over here playing hockey. So, but like I was like, so who do they like in the NHL? And he's like, the one guy likes Winnipeg. That's all I know. The other ones like teams in their country.
Yeah. Yep. So. I picked. You know what? I picked Arsenal when I went full board on them. I knew of Arsenal for years. I just never. I could never watch them. Whenever my dad said I'm coming, he would come visit me and stuff in the U.S. He would ask me what I want to bring. I said, bring me something Arsenal. So yeah. So that's kind of how that was. I knew of Arsenal when I was little. I just didn't support them like most.
And I had too many Liverpool and Man United fans. I did not want to join them, so I was always a Mr. Contrarian. And I remember when I told my buddy who's a Liverpool fan. Yeah, you imagine your shock, right? When I told my buddy, Mike, I was like, "Yeah, I'm a support Arsenal. I think it's someone to roll with." He started laughing, and I was like, "Okay, whatever." I was like, "We'll see." Yeah. And I've now know why he was laughing. Yeah. But whatever.
Well, you know what? Here's a story because this is probably relates us well to Arsenal. Like back in the 80s, I remember cheering because it was a really good World Series, and the ball trickled through the legs of a Red Sox, I think, basement, and the Mets won the World Series. Yeah,
Buckner.
And I was cheering for that. And then when I finally got into baseball, I started following baseball a lot more. Red Sox became my team. But there was one point in time when I was like happy they lost. But when I really got serious about baseball, Red Sox was the team I followed. And but I got to see them win World Series, so there you go.
I'm an Orioles fan. I've never witnessed the Orioles win a World Series, and I never will.
Yeah.
And I can't shake it either.
He didn't even give himself a chance, like a little hope or anything. Nope. Like that.
No, dude.
Baseball though. I mean, you go with a 162 game season.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, come on. It's like you're playing way too many games. I know it's not like a really physical game. Like you don't have to be really, like a physical specimen athlete to play baseball. But still, I mean, they're playing 162 games.
I think it's the hardest sport to play, just based on the amount of people that can hand-eye coordination hit a ball coming up at 90-something miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, it's skillful. It's just not very. It's not like you don't need to be.
I mean, some of the dudes that played first base for years, some of them aren't the specimens of athletes that you would see, but it's
and you know what? The mentality that you have to have, because I look at like a Barry Bonds and go, you know what? Yes, all that stuff with the drugs, I get it. But the fact that he only got few pitches to actually hit, and he usually hit them, you know what I mean? Like pitchers are coming up to you knowing that, guess what? If I make a mistake, this is going over the fence because you're probably juicing, whatever the case may be. But he only got a few chances, and when he did get the bat on ball, which is really hard to do when other teams like, I'd rather just walk you. But sometimes I will have to pitch to you, so you're going to have to, pick and choose which pitches you're going to allow him to hit, and usually you hit him. That's when and that's a lot of mentality required in that, because he knows what was coming with all the stuff that was on his plate in terms of what people thought of him. So yeah. So hitting is a tough one. It's like hitting a golf ball, right? When it looks easy, but to put it in a particular spot like these guys do, it's really tough. You got a 10-foot window that you want to put in the middle of in a fairway. Also you're going in a bunker or high grass, and these guys are hitting it a lot of times.
Golf is easily one of the sports that looks very easy on the TV, but when you actually try it, it is fucking hard.
Bowling too, man.
Yeah, that's true. Bowling looks easy.
Everybody thinks you can bowl really well, but then when they say, "Can you do that 13 times?" You know,
I was so good at knocking 9 pins down, but getting that last one.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm like, let me see if I can throw this as hard as possible.
And you're hitting the gutter before the ball even. You're like, oh crap, that sucked. All right. Somebody said, Big's gonna say, I found a gangster online that lived in Dagenham, playing PS2, and we hit it off. You hit it off with a gangster in Dagenham. All right. He grew skunk and had guns. He said it's Arsenal or nothing, 100%. I followed suit. So that's how Big's gonna. His origin story started with a gangster from Dagenham playing PS2. He was growing skunk, and he had weapons. Yeah. Big's gonna. You're crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead. Oh, that's my dad did say. He said it. Oh, this is what you answered this question for me. I try to keep up, but I can't sometimes. My dad said he's a full Arsenal fan, but checks the scores at West Ham. So there you go. So yeah, Harry Nadnap's a good guy. His son is a sandwich short of picnic. Oh, Spencer was my first career mode I ever played was with Newcastle. Shearer and Dyer up top. So there you go.
It's funny. Yeah. It's funny to go back. If you still have your old systems to see what the hell you were doing back then, that's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. I think a little bitter because my journey began with a UCL loss and then Gallus in the 10. Yes. Question from Rosie for all of you. If you were to support another team instead of the one you do now, who would it be? First of all, I'm going to say this. Don't like this question because I'm not changing. I'm not changing.
I don't really like other teams in the Premier League.
I'll say Lincoln City because they're currently the World Club champions.
Yes, Devil Wankers.
Once I'm actually a go with a winner.
Yes, Devil Wankers.
Oh,
currently in direct promotion from League One.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't even thought about that question.
I mean, here in Norway, I mean, I have a local team here, but they're just completely shit. But I do like what Bordeglimt are doing. I mean, what they're doing, especially in Europe, is just beyond anything else. I mean, they've gone and spanked Manchester City, Atletico Madrid. They've just beat Inter Milan 3-1 at home. The way they play is so exciting. They play so direct, so quick. They got their forward players could just play well with both feet, all of them. They're just a really exciting team to watch. They really are good at counter-attacking. And, I quite like them. If I was going to choose to watch another team, apart from Arsenal, I'd probably watch them.
I probably would have gotten more into the German league, if I'm honest.
Who do you like in the German league?
I mean, I kind of like the Dortmund. I mean, the Dortmund. I like their setup, I like their fans, I like that yellow wall. I think that's pretty cool. But I mean, that's really it. I mean, I was a DC United fan. I still kind of root for them. I don't follow them as much. I mean, they're basically like, they're kind of. I mean, they used to win back in the day, but they're shit. So
was it them who had Freddie Adu?
Yep, Freddie Adu. I think they won the first.
What a bust he was! What the hell happened there?
Well, the reason I started rooting for them is their TVs were on like a local. I think we had a Comcast channel 35, and it would show Orioles games. It would show Wizards games for basketball or Capitals hockey games, and then it showed the DC United games because it really wasn't really commercialized back then. So I kind of just fell in love with it. But that's where the MLS went wrong, in my opinion. They started trying to copy the European names. They had some wild names, but Kansas City Wizards. Man, keep that name. You know what I mean? Like, be unique. Don't be Sporting KC. Come on. Like the Houston Dynamo, the Tampa Bay Mutiny. Keep it going, man. I know.
Orlando Pirates.
Yeah. I mean, let's just be fun, man. I don't know. Stop trying to copy Europe. I mean, you're never going to get respected by Europe, so why try to copy them?
Yeah, I mean I get that. But Freddie Adu, I mean, what a blast from the past. I mean, like the biggest talent in world football, and like everyone was like, I mean, every team in the world wanted him, and then he just what happened? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that happens, man. I mean, think about, you know, all the wonder kids that you hear about, like the FIFA wonder kids that everybody would talk about, and some of them made it and some of them didn't.
But I think with Freddie Adu, I think it was like that. He was like the first super talented player from America who. Well, that was when social media started to get big as well. So it was like I think that helped him as well with the whole social media thing. But yeah, probably. I mean, today there's a lot more players who have profile, aren't they? Have more profile and stuff. But But I think it was the fact that he was like 13, and at the age of 13, there were like so many clubs who wanted to bring him in, you know, to their academy and stuff. And
Leeds are playing with fire here. Villa is putting.
Villa are pushing a bit now, but Leeds are keeping it out.
And talking about, just to finish off on the baseball, players with good eyes for hitting the ball. Tony Gwynn.
Yeah, what?
Ichiro Suzuki, Ken Griffey Jr. They all had really good eyes for.
I mean, I remember reading about and like seeing some stuff from like back in the steroid, you know, end of the 80s, beginning of the 90s. Steroid. Fucking Mark McGuinn and the fucking Jose Canseco and Barry Bonds. I mean, those guys are all on drugs.
But that was a great time in baseball too, because like people, like as much as they want to sit there and talk about the purity of the game, that's when baseball was at its height. And here's the crazy thing about that: 1994, you had the player strike, right? So baseball was America's pastime probably up to 1994, Gary, if we were honest. And then that strike happened and people kind of fell off. I think football that was the turn. Yeah. But right around that time, I'm not going to say it's a conspiracy theory, but I think the game was like, sure, go. We need people back in the stands watching this. And they maybe turned a blind eye to things.
Well, Canseco would do his interviews with a thing of like whatever he was taking sitting right behind him. So it's like, you know, I always say that the MLS killed themselves when they allowed the government to get involved with how they handle their business. Like the whole point of like, we're gonna do these drug tests to make the game look clean, and we won't match the results with who the player is, right? And oh my gosh, they just scored.
No, it's offside.
Luckily,
oof.
Yeah, but you know, I think when they trusted the government wasn't going to screw them over, right? That's when that's when it was over.
Well, again, like
if they hadn't allowed, like if I'm MLS, I'm burning that other list. One of the lists is burning. I'm not keeping it around. I'm sorry.
Are you talking about MLB or MLS?
MLB.
Well, yeah, but think about this also from this perspective too. Like if you, let's talk about the Premier League, for example, to come back to it. The 115 charges for City, right? Like when you don't police your own, you invite people who you won't like to police your stuff, make decisions for you, like MLB did.
Yep. So
what the Premier League did, in my opinion, to kind of keep the government out of the City charges is they punished Forest. They punished Everton. See, we're doing our job here. We'll get to City eventually, but we're handling our business. So again, like that, and again, people are going to probably disagree with me on this, but like to me, that's the prime example of MLB didn't police their own, and the government said, "We'll do it for you," and you're not going to like the results.
No, they didn't. I mean, in one breath, they're bringing in players to talk about their drug use, and then in the next sentence, they're asking for a autograph. They're basically killing these guys' careers. Meanwhile, getting an autograph and photo sessions with them, and it's like, you know what? This is what I told you. MLB should have burned one of those lists. Nope, don't know where it is. Can't find it because they knew they were cheating. They knew it. So the only way to get around it was not to create two lists. Not to create a list at all. It should have been fully anonymous. We don't know who took this test, but we know we have a problem. We're going to fix it internally. Leave us alone. Let us handle our business, right?
Yep.
And they didn't let, and that didn't happen. And we got, and the game is gone. The game is gone. That was a good time when you had the baseball. You know, you got two players over 50 home runs in a season or whatever. Back and forth, right? That was good to see. from an, if you're watching, if you're not interested in baseball and you see that going on, you're like, yes, because hitting home runs is the key thing, right? It's one of the coolest things, right?
And I was big into it at that time too, like the baseball, just in general. I mean, that was prime year, so I think McGuire and Sosa were 99, 98. So I was about 12 years old. Mm-hmm. No responsibilities, right? 12 years old. Summers, I'd go outside and we'd play backyard baseball, like from 10 in the morning to about 6 at night, just playing baseball, right? And I would come in, listen to baseball on the radio, and then they'd have remember the live look-ins, like, oh, we got McGuire's up the bat. It was a national phenomenon, and I remember the Labor Day. I think the Cardinals and the Cubs actually played on that Labor Day. And then Bonds, when he had his, that was so impressive. 70, and again, like regardless of whether you play with the steroids or not, 73 home runs in a season. I mean, that's MLB The Show numbers. So
yeah. What about remember Kenny Griffith Jr.? He was another big name, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he didn't. I think if he decided to do steroids, 73 would have been that.
Yeah, because he did well without the steroids, didn't he? So imagine what he would have been like on the steroids. Yeah.
He killed his career personally, in my opinion, by going to Cincinnati and signing with them. Yeah. That's what killed his career, in my opinion.
You think so?
I
just think injuries. I just don't think he was taking the drugs that made it. Like, because you look at the paths that him and who was when they were both in Seattle. He took the drugs, and he's won a World Series for it. But I don't consider them to be on the same page in terms of Hall of Fame.
Was A-Rod?
A-Rod was there. A-Rod was a young kid. He came out. He was on. He went to the minor league for a little bit, and then he ended up playing for the Seattle.
Alex Rodriguez with the Texas Rangers.
No. They played together. I know that for sure.
And you might be right.
And one went one way, the other one went the other way. And I think Alex Rodriguez did take the drugs, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't think Griffey Jr. did. So, like when they try to put him on the same page, I'm like, nah, it's not the same. It's not the same. Like even with the drugs, A-Rod wasn't necessarily the best player at the Yankees, right? Who can be with the captain there, right?
And you're right. Yeah, 94 to 2000, he played with Seattle.
I hated baseball for that those two guys went in different paths, and one is probably the better baseball player, but you don't think of him because you don't see him in the postseason, winning World Series with a team and stuff like that. And but I think he might have done it the right way. I think he would have still been a good baseball player if he didn't get injured. He may not have won anything with the Reds, but I think he would have been a good baseball player if he didn't get injured.
You can see the timeline to when I think he started taking steroids.
Rodriguez, yeah?
Yeah, 2001, when he went to Texas, 52 home runs, 57 home runs, 47. I mean, he was in the 40s in Seattle from 98 on, so he probably was in that starting process. But his first two seasons, like his win above replacement, his WAR was 0.3, 0.4 negative. And then he popped up to 9.4, dropped to 97.
He had to take the drugs because he wasn't playing with Ken Griffey Jr. anymore. It makes it easy to hit when you've got Ken Griffey Jr. hitting.
I feel like Griffey. When did Griffey switch over? I know we've lost all the football fans, but whatever. I mean,
all right.
As Rosie points out, Russ Morgan will be very devastated by Transmere Rovers, his favorite team. They're getting absolutely trounced today, 4-0.
Oh wow, that's not good. Not good for So your dad
2000 is when he moved to the Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, the Leeds almost scored there. Martinez makes a save. So your dad at one point wanted that team to do well. Then shame on you, Gary. What? I don't think my dad wanted that team to do well. Did he?
He came in the chat and said he's an Arsenal fan, but he used to he liked West. Well, he watches. I mean, he keeps an eye out for West Ham because of Harry Redknapp.
Yeah. Probably Milan, says Big Scanner. The first kit I ever purchased was a Milan kit. There was an Italian shoe store in Little Italy, the Bronx, that I passed. And
90s, right? The 90s, that was the Italian football era, right? That was really, they were really big, the Italian league. I mean, Juventus were incredible. AC Milan were incredible. Inter Milan were incredible. Parma were really good the first half of the 90s. We played them in the 94 Cup Winners' Cup final. and we beat them against all odds. They were heavy favourites. They had a really good team. Yeah, I mean, Italian football was really, really good in the 90s, together with La Liga as well, really. I mean, the Premier League was probably just behind La Liga and Serie A in the 90s. And then after the 90s, I think the Premier League sort of like taken over.
Yeah, my first kit my dad got me, I guess he went to Dubai when he got it. He got me an Argentinian kit and a Brazilian kit, Ronaldo. And they were probably knockoffs on the street. Who cares? But that was one of the coolest things he ever got me when he came back from the Middle East and stuff. And
number 9, Ronaldo. Wow, what a player! Jesus.
Yeah. But the irony that he got me an Argentinian kit and a Brazilian kit is the funniest thing. So my dad knowing nothing about any of it, but he knew I liked it. So.
Boyten Dio in the house. Thanks for joining us. A lot of awful panic about us drawing with Wolves. Yeah. We had our chat on that. We are moving on. We are moving on from that.
We've been through that. We don't need to go through that again.
Rosie says she liked AC Milan or Inter Milan.
Yeah, AC Milan is a team Jose's liked. Yeah, I mean they were huge in the 90s, weren't they? Both Milan teams. I mean they were right up there, always winning trophies.
Be right back.
Yep, the Bash Brothers. The baseball was good back then. Had a lot of good things going on in that time frame. I mean, players going for the Triple Crown, like the Sheffields and the Barry Bonds and whatnot. So big time. Let me see. Wrexham scored and make it 3-3 against Ipswich.
They've actually just gone up 4-3.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
Wrexham have turned it around.
So Wrexham what?
Wrexham were 3-2 down and now they're 4-3 up.
Wow.
Crazy stuff.
Anybody? You think Wrexham will be able to? Well, I guess they're gonna have to probably make it through the playoffs. You think they'll be able to make it through the playoffs? And
the thing is, once you get to the playoffs, you never know, do you? That's the thing. You never know who. I mean, we've seen several times where the team that comes in 6th place wins the playoffs.
Yeah, that's where they are right now. Wrexham is playing the 4th place team right now, so this game matters. It matters. If Wrexham doesn't hold on to the lead, then I think Birmingham will jump them. So, yeah, they need to get this win. They need to get this win. What else we got here? Kind of like the what? No. It took how long for just this sliver? Okay.
We don't need to get into all of that.
No. I'm trying. I tried to. Boy 10. I was trying to. No. Oh, Chelsea is down to 10 men right now, but I think they just scored, so I don't think it. Did they just score, or is that an early replay of João Pedro scoring? No, that is. So it's still 1-0. Okay. The NBA says Nems. I don't know what that's about, but maybe games. Stories, yes. Griffey was pure in talent as you could go. No drugs for sure. Notts County is up 4-0, as you said, on Transmere Rovers. Yeah. A-Rod in Seattle was the truth. Him and Jeter set the standard. Then he went to Texas and juiced. I thought he went. Did he? I don't think A-Rod was the standard. I think Jeter was the standard. I think Griffey was the standard. I don't think A-Rod. No, not for me. I guess I hate the fact that he has don't like it. The Red Sox or the Yankees? Red Sox for me. Did they score? They're saying we got a yellow card. Villa got the yellow card here. Let's see what happened here. I don't even think he touched him. Oh, they're saying he did get him. All right. So much for that. A-Rod was better than Jeter in the beginning. Skinny, lean, and mean.
Yeah. The Yankees. I mean, Yankees are the Manchester City of baseball, aren't they? Basically.
A-Rod is not jumping into the stands to score to get an out in a big game like Jeter did. So that's the difference. One of them was going to fight. One was going to do everything for the team, and that's why he was called the captain. Another guy was A-Rod. As much as I don't like the Yankees, I'm not gonna. A-Rod is not gonna get any credit with me. No. Are you guys covering the West Ham game?
Nah.
No. You know what? Is that one of the 3 games that's on right now? No, that's 12:30. No, we'll be gone by then.
Not seeing West Ham Bournemouth. Jesus Christ, who's going to watch that?
Catherine has joined us. Thanks for joining us, Catherine. All right.
Big up, Catherine.
Dybala at Juve.
I think he's a bit overrated, Dybala, from what I've seen. I mean, I haven't watched a lot of Juve, I'll be honest, but what I've seen, a little bit of him, he doesn't. Yeah, I mean, he's okay.
Is he a left wing by chance? Because I don't know what he plays.
He can play. I think he can play across everywhere across the front. I think he plays out left. He can play through the middle.
Yeah. The Juve pink kit is goated. All right.
They've had some good kits, yeah.
Yes, Gary. Deadpool owns Wrexham. He does. And his pilot gin, right? So there you go. Brentford needs to get their together. Brentford is losing 2-0 to Brighton right now at home.
Yeah, Brentford have fucking lost it today.
Yeah. Who owns Wrexham? Just a small, insignificant club. I don't think anyone knows who owns them. I think everybody.
Well, it's no longer a Hollywood store. I can tell you that. Aren't they owned by someone else, like a bigger investor than those two now?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think they're like this Hollywood story anymore. I think there's like a big company invested in them.
So I guess that's weird.
It might get promoted.
That's weird. You feel like they didn't need to bring in more money, but I guess they need to bring in more money, right?
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna make a push for the Premier League, you got to have a lot of money for that.
You got to have an equity firm pushing behind. You can have a name for the image, but you're gonna have to have an equity firm that's out there pushing.
Yeah, when you put it that way, then yeah, I guess they had to go out and get more money. Villa's got Leeds. Is it Leeds going to have a free kick here?
No, it's Villa's got a free kick, but it's far out. It's quite far out.
Yeah.
Salisbury could probably hit it. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, this is Soboslai range right here, isn't it? But
or Stack range.
Yeah, Stack is good at free kicks.
Stack just scored from that today in today's game, so you don't forget Stack. Mr. Tom's like, why are you just sitting? You just trying to meditate to hope that you get the 3 points, Mr. Tom. So is that why you're not talking to us?
I didn't realise I was allowed to be in the conversation.
You have always been allowed to speak. You didn't.
Who stopped you from talking?
There's nobody stops you from talking, Mr. Tom. So you choose that all on your own. Go on, say something to me. Come on.
No.
How old am I today, Mr. Tom? Can you tell me that, Mr. Tom?
No. I'm not going to let you gaslight me that I'm a nutcase. I will not allow it.
Come on, Mr. Tom, talk to me.
Yeah, say something.
Gary, when's your birthday, Gary?
It's in April.
April, right? You're not too far off.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, April 7th. So,
What sign does that make you? Like the
Aries.
Aries. Oh, okay.
Age of Aquarius. Sorry.
Age of Aquarius.
I just think of that 4-Year-Old Virgin movie every time there was his signs.
What did you just say?
I think of that song and the 40-Year-Old Virgin every time I hear people talk about signs.
My dad said, "Leave Mr. Tom alone. He's my man." So there you go.
Mr. T.
Hey, see Mr. Tom smile there. He's got Luther
Mr.
talking
T.
to him.
There was a gleam, man. There was a gleam.
I saw him smile, man. April 7th. Yeah. That's when I do my
Big
thing.
Phil's a good man. He's a good man, and the way they paid for my dinner at the buffet, pure class. That's what I'm gonna say. Pure class.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get to do that again, Mr. Tom.
Beyond reproach, that man.
Leeds are trying to get that second goal. Trying.
Big Phil could actually kill someone in front of me, and I'd turn to the copper and go, I didn't see it, I was stuck in traffic. So, you know.
Yep.
I know Gray is 60th. I don't know what that is. Wrexham was in the news because they're asking the council for 18 million to rebuild the stadium.
Yeah, I mean they're going to need an upgrade for the Premier League, aren't they? If they want to be in the Premier League.
There's a good chance they could get promoted too.
Yeah. The one thing is, okay, now I was going to say the second spot is up for grabs, but it really isn't not right now, anyways. Actually, Ipswich can make a run, but they need to win today because they got 2 games in hand. Hull's got a game in hand, so that's going to be put pressure on Wrexham. So yeah. So those first 3 playoff spots look like they might be. How many games is it? 42, Mr. Tom?
46, I think.
In the championship, it's 46.
46. So they got 13 more games to go, but Ipswich has got 15. So there you go.
39 points up for grabs.
It feels like you end up playing about 72 games a season in the championship, even though it's actually 46.
Because you play midweek, right, which puts even more pressure on the body. Play more midweek games than anybody, right?
Play 2 games a week in the championship, don't you, all the time?
Yeah.
It's a long season. It's a marathon, the championship.
It's weird being in the Premier League when you're not playing on the Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah, there's no standard midweek game. I mean, you get midweek games now and again in the Premier League, but like you say, in the Championship, it's standard, isn't it? You're midweek just about every week.
Yeah, you play Saturday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, that's even crazier. Like, you pick up an injury on a Saturday, a guy's out for 2 weeks. That could easily be, 6 games right there, 4 or 5 games?
Yep.
Massive swing.
Yep. All right, here's a question from Nems. Would you drink bin juice to win the league?
Nems has picked up some learning today about bin juice.
Yeah. Is he that Liverpool knows the bin dippers? Is that what he's
Oh, yes, Tom. Well done, Tom. Nems would know everything about bin dipping, being a Liverpool fan.
Oh, no.
Well, Urban Dictionary says bin juice is a player, usually a rugby player, who never gets picked. So why would I want to drink a rugby player?
Well, you know what? On this channel, it's been confirmed that bin juice is that juice in the bottom of the trash can.
I mean, I've drank alcohol that was made out of a trash can before.
No, that's not the question. The question is...
juice... God. I'm not going to read the other Urban Dictionary name. Have you guys looked this up?
No, but he wants to look that up.
Doesn't sound very PG, gentlemen.
When you say... You're telling me not to look it up, right? So I'm not going to look it up.
I'll put it in the private chat.
Anthony's is 3 days before me. Good job, Anthony.
Good job. Well done, Anthony.
Just wait till I'll read that.
Oh, Villa just scored.
Oh, no.
Tammy Abraham, I think.
They just, it's funny because they're just showing him as they're about to kick
from a corner. I think it's from a corner. From a corner.
So wrong.
88th.
So disgusting.
Oh, wow.
Fucking, Villa, I hate them. Yeah, from a corner.
Fuck that guy, Tam.
Wrexham is up 5-3.
Wrexham have got 5 goals today against Ipswich. I mean, I suppose that's pretty good.
Yeah. The difference is that the goal difference is Ipswich has got a 20 goal difference and Wrexham has got a 7. Yeah, Leeds were not good on that corner. They did not. They had the numbers, but they didn't go up high enough. Nope. Did not go up high. Who's number 6? Number 6. Yeah. Who's number 6? Because he's the one that gets out jumped.
Anthony, do you want to tell me what colour underwear he's wearing today, Anthony?
Yeah.
What did he have toe rings on, Anthony? Since you want to give all the fucking detail.
It's let's see, it's still 1-0 to the Devil Wankers. Bloody hell.
They are not. They can win it if the referee's giving away any calls. There we go. Dude, hold on to the ball, Leeds. Ay,
No,
ay, ay.
no, Alex.
Oh, they finally got a call. They finally got a call. The referee finally gave a call.
Yeah, that was I don't know what he was doing there. The ref was just letting him play when he probably shouldn't have.
Justin got fouled there, but it took that was probably the second or third foul from Villa that
Probably don't want bin juice, to be honest.
Oh, Burnley has scored and Chelsea has lost their lead.
Yes, good.
No,
Here comes you got a free kick coming for Leeds.
Although to be fair, Sam, never mind. Hold on. There's the worst things a man could consume. And
Yeah.
There's worse things.
There are. That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just happy Chelsea are drawing because they're.
But I will pass on a championship. I don't know.
There's been a lot of late goals in the Premier League this season, hasn't there? It feels like that anyway.
Arsenal have conceded a numer, versus Sunderland. I mean,
after 80 minutes, I think they've given up who knows how many goals.
Chelsea also, Man City conceded at home to Chelsea. Remember 1-1. You go back, Estavio scored on Liverpool earlier in the league. I'm trying to think of the ones I can think of off the top of my head.
Very nice header there for Burnley. Very nice header. I don't know what this means. Oh, this is sorry, Mr. Tom. What is this? Watched The Damned last night. Boring. Anybody watch The Damned and enjoyed it?
What's that? What is that? What is that? Is that a series or? I don't know.
It probably is. I just don't know.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Yeah.
What are flightless gloves?
Oh, I did a really bad thing, people.
What?
I went into the private chat.
Oh yeah.
Well, this is what I know it to be.
I shouldn't have even. Now I have to go back now because
That's what I know it as.
Yeah. That's another version, obviously.
So if this is what it is, sure. But if it's the other one, probably
the other
not.
one.
No, player. No. Anyway, sorry about that, gentlemen.
Calvin Lewin has been.
What is it, a movie? Oh, Sophie Turner, Kit Harington movie.
Rosie, no, it does not have one meaning. It has multiple meanings.
It does have multiple meanings, actually. It does, yeah.
And you can Google those on your own accord. We're not discussing.
I would tell you not to do it,
my
but
fault.
you guys are dirtier than dirty people compared to me.
But I don't know what are flightless gloves. Does anyone know what a flightless glove is?
No,
I don't know what that means.
What does it mean, Tom?
What?
It probably means fingerless gloves.
Oh, okay. You just can't spell. Okay, fair enough. It's fingerless gloves. No, I don't know any of that. Oh, the Devil Wankers have scored. Yes.
Lincoln. There you go, people.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I guess we won't be the world champions.
Nope.
I was excited about this, gentlemen. I really was.
We could have gone that way, but it didn't.
That's 2-0. The game's probably over with how much to go? Oh, they're already in extra time. Alphonso Davies has gone off injured on a stretcher. Season and World Cup look done. He's just had a really bad.
Is he still any good? Because I mean, like a few years ago, he was really good.
I don't think he's ever come back from that first injury.
Yeah.
So, just like you never, that first injury, he's always been in and out of the lineup. So no.
Where was is it Davies at Real Madrid? Because he was at Bayern Munich, or is he still there?
He's at Bayern Munich.
Okay,
yeah, I think still. Yeah,
I think he's been there for a long time now, isn't it, Bayern?
Yeah, I mean, he was there. He was there as a teenager, I thought, right?
Yeah, he's been there for many years, hasn't he?
Yeah,
been very, very good player. I don't know how good he is like recent seasons, but I know he was like a few seasons ago.
It's probably been about 3 or 4 seasons that he has not been able to go make it through an entire season.
Yeah.
So he's been struggling.
Well, this goes to the amount of games, right? I mean, this is the trade-off here. The amount of games you're going to see players Yeah, her. And I mean, this is the thing. Also, like the World Cup's going to be this summer. What is that? Is this the expanded World Cup too?
Yes, they're playing more games, a lot more games.
That is that. When I was chatting with someone, I was like, I don't think we'll ever see soccer back to any close to normalcy until next summer. After
Well,
it's
going to at the end of this season. If we're right to the end of all the 4 competitions, like Champions League and the FA Cup as well, and then he goes. I mean, the last game of the season is going to be like the end of May. Like the Champions League final is like at the end of May, right? If we get to the Champions League final, and then literally 2 weeks later, the World Cup starts.
Yeah.
And he's going to play probably. I mean, England are probably going to get to the quarterfinals at least, right? So, yeah.
I mean, that's why the Inwary thing. Not to bring this up earlier and make Tom hate us, but like Dowman's being posted in first team photos. Is Dowman going to play some games for us?
Well, that's the thing. We got him cut. That's what I forgot to mention earlier. Is another reason why I think it was okay to let Waneri go is Dowman is coming back.
Yeah. I just wonder what games are actually going to rely on Dowman. Dowman will never be a starter, I think, the rest of the year.
No, he's not starting this season.
You could potentially start him in that FA Cup in a couple of weeks.
Maybe if he's back from injury by then. But Villa and Leeds finished 1-1. I mean, that's a decent result for Leeds getting a draw at Villa Park.
Yeah. The problem is that, as Mr. Tom will tell you, they keep giving away these 2 points late in games.
Right, and again,
so do we.
But this is the reality, right? Like if you go to Mr. Tom at 9 a.m. today and say, Tom, you're going to get a draw at Villa, he'd be like, okay. But when you see how the draw happens, that's when it gets the game tying is more exciting than the game conceding.
Yeah,
and that changes the narrative.
Yeah. The points look good at the end of the day, but the way, as you said, James Milner had to go off injured in the 90th. You know what? Here's the thing: there's gonna be all these players getting injured just going into the World Cup, and then there'll be all these players not being able to start the season because of injuries, and all these players getting injured in the first half of next season because of the World Cup. Football is going to look really poor, I think.
Yeah, there's going to be loads of players who, especially from the bigger countries, are going to play a lot of games in the summer in the World Cup. It's probably going to be a bad start to next season, right? Unless because the players are not going to be fully ready for the start of the season, probably. So
because the way Euros started, if you remember the way Euros started, Liverpool rested Salah and all these players to start the season, and it helped them recover. Rice played immediately because we had injuries, and then he fell off a little bit that early part of that season, right? And players, they need rest. They need to be rested. They need the rotation. They need to be minutes managed, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. I don't know what this is in refer to, BX Gunner.
I think he might be talking about the potential England squad players from us.
Oh, I don't think White has said yes, right?
I think you probably won't see Waneri or White in the England. If I'm guessing now, I think you probably won't see Waneri and White in the England squad, but you probably will see. Well, I know you'll definitely see Saka and Rice, and most likely Noni and MLS.
I could see Eze going. I could still see Eze
going. Eze might make it as well. Yeah, he might make it, but yeah,
whether he plays is another discussion. But
so many last-minute goals this season in the Premier League and the Scottish Premier League. Celtic have been losing in so many games.
Chelsea dropped points to Burnley. How about that?
Loads of late goals.
Well, so this becomes here we go, and I'm not defending Arteta or bringing that discussion up again, but we are seeing across the whole spectrum of games players switching off, right?
Yep.
So it's a systemic thing. I think it's like Gary said earlier, the intensity required by some teams. I think it's hard to focus for a full 90 3 or 4 times a week. Like that's difficult to do. So this is something that it's not just Arsenal's issue. It's kind of like football in general. I mean, Chelsea just drew to Burnley at home. I mean,
think about it. Where West Ham was, a month or 2 ago?
Yeah.
Anybody think West Ham would be sitting there thinking, you know what, I have a chance to get into the top 17 right now? Nobody thought that when like 2 months ago, for sure, and they just got on a run and, if that can happen, then anything can happen these days. So
100%.
it's
I think that's something to think about. Like this whole thing and the whole season is yet to be written. And I'm not going to say Wednesday was an overreaction from Arsenal fans, because it wasn't. We were very right to feel the way we did, and still kind of feel somewhat angry and slighted and disappointed. But again, like there's so much more of the story to be written, and that's the thing. There's so much of an unknown. Like Holland today, and all jokes aside, and I'm not wishing for it when I say this, but he could pull up with a hamstring. It could be out for 3 or 4 weeks. Like these things you just do not know. And tomorrow is massive. Tomorrow is 100% massive. I need a big response.
Yeah, we do.
What was Brentford? What was Brentford's final score today?
I think they lost 2-0.
2-0. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Nobody's taking Garnacho Nims. Nobody.
No, I don't think Garnacho is good enough.
No, he's too much of a.
We have Martinelli, and Martinelli's better than Garnacho in my eyes.
Yeah.
and I'll be okay if he left, but
I mean, Martinelli is a. I mean, he's not a headache, whereas Garnacho seems like a headache.
Thanks for joining us, Dad.
Take care, sir.
Yeah.
See you later, Daddy-o.
Mm-hmm.
So it's wow.
Now it's that bottom, the bottom 5. Yeah, the bottom 5. That'd be interesting. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
I think Leeds will be fine.
I hope Spurs go down. I want Spurs to go down.
That'd be great to see that. I think everybody's. I don't think there's anybody outside of that North London team that doesn't want to see that happen.
I mean, I think I think them going down would be fun, but I would miss those 2 games a year against them, if I'm honest.
It's true. It is. I mean, the London derby is it's a big thing, isn't it, for Arsenal? But
I mean, and all jokes aside, and Tom, I'm bringing this up when I say this. I'm not slighting Leeds when I say this. But Spurs could get relegated and end up in the championship for 16 years. Like you don't know. I mean, look at Blackburn Rovers, right? When they think they won the league in 96, if I'm not mistaken, and then
I think it was.
Yeah, and they're a championship team, flirting with relegation too, I think. But like these things. Bolton is another one. They're in League One. Like you just don't like. Getting relegated can be very disastrous. I was actually talking to my buddy about this last night, and the massive clubs that are in the championship in the League One, and you just.
I mean, Oldham, wasn't it Oldham that actually went out, that fell out of the whole football league system? They've gone down to like the lower leagues now. Oldham were in the first Premier League season when it became the Premier League in the 92-93 season. Oldham were they were one of the first. They were in the first Premier League season. Oldham Athletic, and now they are not even in the top of like 4 leagues.
Crazy how that works, right?
So yeah, that shows you, right? Just shows you the clubs can really go bad.
Well, I think something else to bring up too is as dumb as this sounds, and I know we're Arsenal fans, so privilege be damned or whatever, but there's no God-given right to be in the top league. You have to earn it.
Yeah.
Right, and that's where I get when people look at Arsenal fans, so you guys are very entitled, blah, blah, blah. And I get that. So there still is a level of like, you need to show up and perform. Like, and that's.
I just wonder who is entitled an Arsenal fan. Like I get I hear it all the time.
Clubs that tried to do the Super League. That's where I'm getting at. Yeah, does that make sense? Like Real Madrid, Barcelona's.
What a farce that was.
I know, but that's my point being is the people that were behind that think they're better than everyone else, which again, money does have impacts on things. But look at Newcastle. They're limited in what they can spend. The only team that's really sat there and kind of flirted with it and probably skirted the lines is still hasn't been punished yet, Man City, with their 117 charges or whatever. But it's a funny game, this thing is, and I think that's also when you made a comment earlier, Sam, about the United States and where the Premier League is in the grand scheme of things. I don't know how much American fans really understand the relegation system and what that can mean.
Yeah.
So there is kind of probably a more, hey, I'm an American fan, let me pick a big team. But from my ignorant American brain, when I first got into the sport, the clubs I knew were like the Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United. Man City was kind of whatever, but I always thought West Ham was pretty massive. Everton, those are names that I knew. Leeds was another one. You know what I mean? Like, so there's impressions from different fans from different areas of what they view certain teams to be. So it's hard to say, but yeah.
No, it's I know it's like for other, when you look at other fans, like what, they would love to be challenging for a title, right? But when you're a fan of the club or the team that's challenging for the title, and you haven't done it for a long time, and that is the expectation you have. You expect to win the title because you put a lot of money into your team. You've got a huge, good squad now. You've made those investments. So now the expectation is to win the league. Then if you don't do it, that's a disappointment, right? That's just the reality of being a fan of that team. So yeah, see how it goes. I mean, it's still a long way to go. I mean, the seasons, we're only just getting towards the end of February, right? So it's now crunch time starts, right? That's what I'm saying. We have to start putting our shit together now, because this is where you get into March. It's crunch time. You're getting into quarterfinals. You're getting into semifinals. All the points are going to matter a lot more in the league. So this is the time you need to start fucking peaking. And what I really hope isn't the fact is that we've peaked early in the season, right? Busting too late. I really hope that's not the thing.
Yeah, and I think that's really critical right there, because the peaks and the valleys of going through the season, like if you think about this, and I think Gary brought this up earlier, so I'm not stealing any thunder when I say this. When you talk about the intensity level that Arsenal require, and then we talked about that drop off, and maybe you brought it up, Sam, but hey, we go up 1-0 and to maintain that intensity. But what I saw Wednesday, in which I'm not going back to it, but I am, is inability to complete passes.
That's unacceptable.
You don't have to maintain a certain level of intensity, but make sure you maintain a certain level of competency and accuracy with your passes, with your decision making, because they think about it, right? You could go full bore 100%, but at the same time also not go 100%, but be smart about things, right?
Yeah, so there's no excuse. There's no excuse for being that sloppy. And we were really sloppy. That's right.
And it's the worst result of the year. Those are the attentions to detail, right? Those are the simple things that you learned from day one, how to make a simple pass to an open player, put the ball right where they need it to be. And when you can't do that, you hurt. The good teams do that so easily that you don't even realize those are the things that make a difference between you and because you see it all the time. The teams that are at the bottom of the table, they make these silly little mistakes, and you're like, you see it as much from the bigger teams that are sitting there fighting for these trophies and whatnot. So, yeah.
And here's the thing for Arsenal fans, our fellow Arsenal fans at this point. There's more twists and turns left in this season. Look at Villa today, drop points at home to Leeds. Right? They're considered a title contender by their fans. I mean, City today, they have Newcastle. They might win. But again, look at Chelsea today, at home, dropping points to Burnley. This whole idea that City's going to go on a 12-game run based on what we've seen all through the year, because that's the data we have. We do know there's a historical, they can turn it on. This team doesn't feel that way. So again, like I think the anxiety level and the roller coaster ride that we're about to impart on is going to suck.
It's going to go up and down like this all the way to the end.
Yeah. You're going to go through these. So I my thing is, like, I get it. Stay level headed. I heard people say get behind the players, right, this week. I was like, nah, not. You need to be called out for that performance, right? You need to be called out for that. But the fans are on edge. And honestly, I said this earlier. If anybody comes up to you and says, "Hey, Arsenal are bottle jobs," you gotta wear that right now, because it's kind of true. And until we get that task over the line, that moniker's, you've got to wear that, and it is what it is. So whether that's winning the Champions League this year or winning the league, I think the Champions League would I think for the fans, most fans probably want the league, but for me, I think the Champions League would transform the club from a global perspective and a European impression perspective. But win something, man. I mean, it can't be just the League Cup either.
Yep.
Fucking win something.
Yep. And Anthony's asking about the game tomorrow. For me, a 2-goal lead is what I wanted to see at the end of the day. So however that plays out, 2-0.
I want to smash them tomorrow. That's what I want to do. I want us to see like a 3-0 win or something. That's what I want.
I'm with you, but based on, as we said, the way the season has played out, the way we've been playing of late, for us to have a really good game, a 2-goal lead at the end of the day is a good thing because we've been hard pressed to hold on to a 1-goal lead, and I think we need to actually show that we're like turning the corner, because we need to turn the corner at some point where we're not like thinking this might be a game we're going to drop points in. You know what I mean? Like we need to turn a corner. This has got to be the one. This is an easy one to do because it's so much. We're playing the North London Derby, against a team that's like, what do they say? They have 11 or 13 first team players that are available to them, so they're not playing with a full deck.
Nope.
So you're absolutely right here too, and this is the thing too about this, and tomorrow to me is so pivotal, and not the cliches of I don't care about the level of it's the rivalry game. I don't care about that. My point being is the response level. You're 2 points clear City with the game in hand if they win their game in hand. Like, just respond, because I think if you can have a good performance tomorrow with the result, maybe the result is fine tomorrow, Gary, if I'm honest. We'll talk about performance versus result probably on Tuesday about that game, depending on what happens. But there's a catalyst. You have Chelsea that week after, then you go to Brighton, and then you have the cup game. If you can get a good result on Sunday, and you could really catalyze yourself to right the shit. That's the big thing. We want to see. I'll take the 2-0 win, but make right on those mistakes that were made on Wednesday night. That's the big thing. Let me see you step your game up. Put that shirt on, show a little fucking pride.
Yeah.
And
Chelsea today did what we just did.
Yeah.
They went up 1-0 early in the game. They weren't able to see it out. Not only that, but they lost a player for the next game with a red card. So, it's. I mean, so like when we played him in a couple of games, right? We played him in a couple of games. It won't. Let's see who got the red card. Who's got the red card? It's not even showing me a red. Oh, here it is, Fofana. Which, it's not really a surprise. Fofana gets the red card. I
mean, that's not.
He misses the next game, which is against us, right? The next game is against us, right?
Yeah,
so one of their better defenders is out against us. So that should be a plus for us in that regard. No, I had something to say, but
I mean, it's gut check time, Gary. I think that's the best thing to say. It's gut check time.
For sure.
We're going to find out what Arteta and these players are made of.
And I never used to pick on the players, but like at some point, like people say, you know what, Arteta maybe gives them the wrong instructions, but guess what? They still got to find a way to make something work.
I can get on Arteta for man management, 100%. The overuse of Zubimendi and White and Timber, and Rice, but I can't really get on Arteta for the passes and Gabriel and Raya going for the ball at the same time, like. And then I think what really pissed me off most about Wednesday was the people that were memeing Calafiori. It's not his fault that ball went in the back of the damn net. It was Raya and Gabrielle just shitting in their pants. But Calafiori gets a stupid meme on football funnies. That website can do one, but that irritates me. The Calafiori got stick from that. So,
yep, 3 points tomorrow.
I think it's 3 points or bust tomorrow. Period. I absolutely 100% believe that. The only way it's not 3 points or bust tomorrow. No, it's got to be 3 points. No, it's 3 points or bust. Period. Done.
No, we don't want to depend on the Newcastle to have a good game today. Even though, guess what? They scored 6 goals. Yes, they're going to be playing on the road, but I don't think it matters where you're playing in the Premier League these days. No. What home field advantage outside of maybe Villa is there? Because it's not City, right? It's not Chelsea. I think Arsenal still has one of the better ones, right? And
I think Liverpool's got a really good one
of late, right? But not like the whole season. But guess what? It's been over 2 hours. We probably should give everybody a little break. Mr. Tom, are you still with us? You keep me. That is a. Those eyes. This dagger's coming out of there. See him? Daggers. Sam, talk to the people.
Yeah, I mean, it's been we've had a lot to talk about today, haven't we? It's fucking trying to get over what's been going on at the moment. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes tomorrow against Spurs. Got to pick ourselves up. Got to win. Got to show that we actually want to push for the title. Yeah, big game tomorrow, and I hope we do it. Yeah, thanks for everyone for watching. And yeah, see how Arsenal do tomorrow. Let's hope they win.
Cool. Spencer?
Yeah, big game tomorrow. It's fun. I like I said, I'm sorry to bring up the Wolves game, but I really, outside of Ryan and Liam on Wednesday, I hadn't really talked to anybody else about it outside of my buddies in the text. But I know us three haven't really. I know Tom doesn't care. He still likes hanging out with us because he wouldn't sit here if he didn't. But he doesn't care about Arsenal one way or the other, and that's fair. I'm not mad at that. I'm sorry I put you to sleep, Tom, twice. So, still love you, buddy. But yeah, enjoy tomorrow. I mean, like it's a big game. I just hope the players and the club take it as seriously as the fans do, and that's really all I'm going to leave it as that. But thanks for having me on, Gary.
Yep.
Good to see you, Sam, as always. Jose,
Yeah, good to see you guys. Good to see you, Spencer.
Weirs, and all these people that come in and spend their Saturdays with us. Appreciate you guys as well. So, take care.
Cool. Mr. Tom, what say you? Mr. Tom?
Oh, yeah. Have a good week, everyone.
All right. Oh, we'll be back next weekend, chatting about football. We'll do this again. Everybody, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe and like. Yeah. Not been kind of the way we wanted to go into this game, but we're going to hopefully respond and in kind and get the job done tomorrow, hopefully. We'll see you guys next week. Same bat channel, same bat chime, and we'll do this again. And we are out.
See you later.
Life is a journey. Don't waste the trip. Enjoy the ride. There you go.